God's work. Not the hard work. All right. We got Trump's border czar, Trump's new border czar, SHREDS AOC. Just in case y'all under a rock and y'all don't know who AOC is. AOC is AOC. That's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. That's who that is. You know? All right. Now, like I said, God's work, not the hard work. I ain't been out here in a couple of days, man. I had to deal with the dirt in the sector. But I just need to let y'all know ASAP, no Rocky. Like I told y'all before this all happened, that Trump is building the dream team. Oh, yeah. He's building the dream team. And people are really scared. And it's starting to think, man. I'm really getting the inclination that this is not God's work. This is it feels like the hard work they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up and let's share this video. All right. So yeah, Trump is building that dream team, and there's a lot of left side lunatics. Let's call it that way. And they ain't not leaving without a fight. You know, like I said, that's the hard work, not the God's work. All right. Trump and Putin is busting a move. Now I need y'all to know that they really clamping down. If you're using Trump's name in your titles, you know, there's like a sort of like a shadow ban going on with all channels. I thought I was special. I spoke to Lansky. And he said, McMean, it's not your birthday. They're doing it to everybody. Looks like everybody's getting some of this pack. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No shot Franks. All right. Also, we got a lot of, like I said, we got Trump and Putin. Putin. They busting moves, man. I think that is going to be good for us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who's Russia anyway? We'll stomp on Russia the same way we'll stomp on China. No China virus. All right. How don't Dice got a wrench over here? I gotta go check. I gotta go see what's going on with that. We did do some construction about 2 weeks ago, so maybe Dice ain't been here in 2 weeks. But in any event, if that is Dice, you know what I'm saying, I'll throw your tool back on, you know? All right. They busting moves. Putin and they talk about ending the Ukraine war. There's a lot of talks of the Ukraine maybe giving up some land or something, you know, in exchange for peace. But we're gonna take a look at that. But left side lunacy, that's what I call it. I like left side lunacy. Sounds crazy smart, you know what I'm saying? Like left side lunacy. You know, like the Democrats are still crazy. All right, a lot going on. It's at an all-time high because they cannot accept Trump. Safe to say they are in the past. And we, my friend, are moving into the future. No New Jack City, man. You know, they're about to turn this shit back into the Carter. Oh, yeah. The box wine will be flowing in America. I call that God's work. How could Trump's promise mass deportations play out in Minnesota? It looked like not New York ain't the only one that started. Let's look at this real quick, 2-minute clip. You know what I'm saying? And this is going to open up this story for me. All right. Y'all sit back and enjoy the ride. Share the video, double tap the screen, get the likes up, do all that. Get the requirements done around here, all right? Let's go.
President-elect Donald Trump is promising mass deportations to get a handle on illegal immigration. And within the last
he shreds AOC. Let me just let you let me let you know that, right? The reason why I like when she because she just has a real ghetto ass. You know what I mean? And you know what? If I say that she's ghetto, the first thing they say is that, you know,
nigga, you gay.
Not wrong button. They say that you're racist or something. They make it seem whenever somebody's not white.
Nigga, you gay.
Whatever, man. It seems like, you know what I'm saying? You know, if you say anything about somebody, next thing you know, they're talking about your races and shit. You know what I'm saying? But needless to say, you know, ghetto is not a fucking color. Okay? Ghetto's not a color, y'all. Newsflash. All right? Now, these deportations, which I'm in 100% favor of, send me back to. You know what I'm saying? Send us all back to Africa, to Cambodia. Okay? Now, let me go check on that DICE profile. All right, this is how it's playing. This is how it's going to start playing out, y'all. I want y'all to put your hard hats on. They cutting all that deportation shit out of New York. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to make New York great again. But they also shutting down the medical, I mean, not the medical, the recreational. I heard they hit 1,200 stores in New York. Now, you niggas in New York that's selling that weed illegally, let me just let y'all know what they're doing. The Cannabis Commission is the new, let's call them, you remember the alcohol, firearms, and tobacco? Where they're the cannabis and cannabis police. Yeah, they move like the feds, man. And trust me, them the real license holders be dropping slips on y'all. I mean, how could they simultaneously bust 1,200 stores at one time? But look, it's neither here nor there, right? But we're talking about the changes that's happening in New York, and they only thinking about New York. What about this is how it's playing out in Minnesota? I want y'all to check it. And by looking at this, you can see what's going to happen in your state next.
Donald Trump is promising mass deportations to get a handle on illegal immigration. And within the last 24 hours, he appointed a border czar to handle that effort.
But how exactly could it play out here in Minnesota? Well, Fox 9's Mike Manzoni spoke with immigration lawyers tonight. And Mike, the president-elect could run into some hurdles trying to implement mass deportations.
Yeah, experts say manpower is a major issue here, and if the feds ask the state for help, they would likely face pushback and could end up in court. But Trump does have some laws he can use to carry out his campaign.
Big wrench, Dicito, big wrench. Yeah, I know you got your eyes on things out here, so God's work.
Promise.
She's violated her oath and eradicated our sovereign border and unleashed an army of migrant gangs.
That was President-elect Donald Trump taking a shot at Kamala Harris just days before the election. He repeatedly promised mass deportations, and they could happen in just a few months.
It will all happen within 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, it's already starting in New York. In New York, the motherfucking illegals is scrambling and scraping.
Nigga, you gay.
That's law professor Anna Patratz-Acosta talking about a federal law that allows...
Tavon, salute, Puto. What's going on, baby boy? L'Oreal, peace, queen. I've been out to loop, man. Monique, I've been dealing with all this garbage. Yeah, all this New York garbage. Excuse me. It ain't even New York garbage. It's out-of-town garbage. Nevertheless, it smells like New York. Let's get to it.
Allows the government to speed up deportations. Right now, she says the government only uses it near the border to handle people who crossed into the country within the last couple weeks.
It creates a fast-track deportation process. So if you're not able to prove that you've been here for at least 2 years, you're placed into this fast-track deportation.
Man, imagine how good a killer's life will be being able to just get out of jail whenever, just go, I'll get out of jail in New York and then I crossed over into New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? I mean, well, excuse me. I killed somebody in New York, right? Do 2 years, they send me to Jersey, right? As a free man. And then I come back into New York. I mean, we literally talking a fucking bridge, right? I come back into New York, right? I kill again and they let me go, man. Oh man, the contract killers, box wine flowing in their house. Oh, these niggas is having their best life. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, they're gonna be letting motherfuckers file taxes and shit. These motherfuckers gonna be filing taxes, man. I swear to God, man, this is one of the times in life I wish I was a fucking gangbanger. By nature, I'm a motivational speaker. You know what I'm saying? Shit, if I would have been down with the Bloods, man. white blood, these motherfucking Venezuelans. I wouldn't even know what I was talking about. I would just hear keywords and that'd give me a reason to get out there and get active the American way. Yeah, I'm a real American. That's why when they come to me talking that too much black shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Because I really do things for black people. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I'll tell you what. Some of y'all don't even need to be dealing, like, and this is left, and I'm going to bring the stuff back, but I just need to rant for a second. Some of y'all, right? Some of y'all never need to worry about, like, or have any worries or interest in the presidential election. You should have been worrying about your local elections. You know what I'm saying? Really, because some of the places that you motherfuckers live at develops this stupid ass mentality y'all got. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm talking about the Americans that think that there's something wrong with sending motherfuckers back to where they come from. They used to say to us black people, send them back. Send them back. All right? Send them back.
Seems like yesterday I had lots of dough. I got Biggie shot and nobody know. Shoot the club up, pass the gun to J-Lo.
You know, nothing wrong with telling a motherfucker go back to your country. You know what I'm saying? You want to get in here, we're going to do it the legal way. Now, Tom Homan, that's the new border czar. That dude is crazy. Yo, listen, 2 channels got knocked down. I'm talking about millions and millions of views for reviewing this content. Matter of fact, I reviewed it in one of my videos. But every channel that been playing this guy for some reason, they knocking channels down. Like my boy dropped a video 2 days ago, got 3 million views. Bow, they knocked this channel. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you call censorship, man. Some pussy shit, man.
You're a pussy.
An American.
Between your shower and this, you need this. FDS Feminine Deodorant Spray has powder to absorb moisture. Use it every day to feel fresh, dry, and confident. FDS. Make it your second deodorant.
I played that for the transvestites. I played that for the transvestites. Okay? Panties with the dick holes in it, man. I need you Americans to start looking like Americans. Hello? Homan is the best. Eva.
Process with very limited procedure.
J.D. Vance is the best. Bro, they got the house that he grew up in, you know what I'm saying? That shit's like a monument over here. I mean, it's like 15 minutes away from where I'm at. They love that cat out here.
Due process rights.
That's the law. Then there are the logistics.
Look at them. Turned their asses right back around. As soon as Trump got in the office, the motherfuckers turned around. They got the news. Because one thing they do got is them funky ass little phones. They do got them phones. They be like, who? Trump? Oh shit, turn around.
Due process rights.
That's the law. Then there are the logistics. An estimated 11 million undocumented immigrants live in the United States, and about 81,000 of them call Minnesota home. Deporting that many people takes a lot of resources.
We don't give a fuck. We're going to pay the bill. We're going to pay the bill. All right? We need to make room for us. Fuck them. All right? And that's what's going to happen with the Ukraine. You know what President Trump said? He said, yo, listen, man, listen, this is what y'all going to do in the Ukraine. All right? Y'all want these people to stop putting bombs on top of y'all motherfucking country? Check it out. This is what you're going to do. You're going to give them what they wanted in the first place. We're going to give them some land. That's what the fuck you're going to do. I'm not asking. I'm telling you. United States is the most powerful country in NATO. Why the fuck wouldn't they do what we tell them to do? Do y'all do what we tell you to do? You're going to give them some fucking land. You're going to shut the fuck up, and we're going to make this world great again. Now, I don't want to say what the word is for that whole theory I just said, but let's just put it, let's give you the first 2 words. New world. Can y'all get in the chat? What's the last word that I'm saying? Y'all fill in the blanks. Now, for now, let's watch your man dog out AOC.
You work for me. I'm a taxpayer. I'm a taxpayer. You work for me.
All right, he's just starting.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their.
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young.
That's right. Order. Order. They were scared of the word. They was like, New World Order, man. New World Order. Y'all thought I wasn't going to say it. New World Order. Trump is a traitor. You're a traitor talking that shit about your president, huh? Whether you like him or not, he's yours. Huh? He's yours. Puto. All right? Share the video. Double tap the screen. In broad daylight. Rock-a-bye, baby. That's my man, SHREDS Shorty.
Young child in the car. I'm a taxpayer. You work for me.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their.
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father from his family.
Thank you. She wouldn't even let him finish. You want to know why? Because it's a very simple example. When a cop arrests a dude, you know what I'm saying, for a DUI and got a child in the seat with him, guess what happens? He separates that child from the parent. He separates that child from the parent. So what she's doing is saying that, well, you think the policy, you know, by separating these people from their kids, you know what I'm saying? Like what are we talking about? Check this out, right? I love this.
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father.
That's right, migrants. That's salute, Poker Face Society, aka Saladin.
Violence. I separated that.
Mr. Homan, with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way.
Oh.
Probably not the right thing to say, but I was angry. Let me tell you why you're angry, because you or no one else in this room has seen what I've seen in my 34 years. You didn't.
What you want? You want somebody that's invested into the issue, and he's going to show you why. You don't want, you know, the crackhead doesn't want a counselor that didn't smoke crack. They want somebody that got down like them.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. Probably not the right thing to say, but I was angry. Let me tell you why you're angry, because you or no one else in this room has seen what I've seen in my 34 years. You didn't stand in the back of a tractor trailer showing my 19 dead aliens that suffocated to death because the smuggler didn't care, including a 5-year-old boy. What do you think his last 30 minutes were like?
Whoa.
I was there. I seen it, I smelled it, I saw it, and I had a 5-year-old boy at the time, and it changed me for the rest of my life. I've seen people who couldn't pay their smuggling fees got stabbed in the face 22 times. 31% of the women are being raped crossing this border. Children are dying. Cartels are getting rich. Why am I angry? Because you haven't done anything.
That's who you want running your country. Just like you want somebody like that running your business when you ain't around. You want somebody that's invested. Somebody that cares about the issue.
19 dead aliens that suffocated to death because of smuggling.
Double tap the screen and share this video. Do me a favor, right?
Didn't care, including a 5-year-old boy. What do you think his last 30 minutes?
Go to the top right and hit the 3 dots. That's where the like button is at. Salute to everybody that's here. All right?
I've seen in my 34 years. You didn't stand in the back of a tractor trailer showing my 19 dead aliens that suffocated to death because the smuggler didn't care, including a 5-year-old boy. What do you think his last 30 minutes were like? I was there. I seen it, I smelled it, I saw it, and I had a 5-year-old boy at the time, and it changed me for the rest of my life. I've seen people who couldn't pay their smuggling fees got stabbed in the face 22 times. 31% of the women are being raped crossing this border. Children are dying. Cartels are getting rich. Why am I angry? Because you haven't done anything to fix it. Nothing.
Nothing. Oh, this man is coming in hot. This is the type of motherfucker that we need next to that wall. Trump is building the dream team. And it's just as simple as that. Tom Homan's blunt replies, Democrats on deportation. All right, check this out. Smoking on. Oh, he just got put somebody else in play, right? And I got the history on it. It's like a little brief history on who we're actually electing, because some of these people names are new to y'all, right? And you don't actually know they function or what they did. Just like Kamala. That's why we didn't vote the bitch in, because we didn't know what the fuck she was responsible for, except for havoc. People are celebrating this cat. Yeah. All right, let me go to the part back to AOC. Oh, check this one out. Oh.
Mr. Homan, do you understand that the consequences of separation of many children will be lifelong trauma and carry?
Separate. I can't get past it, man. When you lock Americans up, you're separating them from their children. What are we talking about?
Across generations, have we not learned from the internment of Japanese Americans? Mr. Homan, I'm a father. Do you have children?
Okay.
How can you possibly allow this to happen under your watch? Do
you see this guilt trip? Imagine every fucking criminal. Imagine when they caught me for robbing niggas and shit, right? They say, hey, well, you know what? Let's make a special, you know, consideration for your fucking kids. They didn't care about my kids.
From the internment of Japanese Americans, Mr. Homan, I'm a father. Do you have children? How can you possibly allow this to happen under your watch? Do you not care? Is it because these children don't look like children that are around you? I don't get it.
There we go, pulling the race card. Or is it because these kids are not white? Just say that.
Possibly allow this to happen under your watch. Do you not care? Is it because these children don't look like children that are around you? I don't.
The nerve of these people.
Get it. Have you ever held a deceased child in your arms?
First of all, your comments are disgusting. I've served my country. I've served my country 34 years.
Why you cut him off? He didn't cut you off when you was talking that hot shit. When you try to throw that racist remark up under his belt and accuse him of being racist. Hello?
Children that are around you. I don't get it. Have you ever held a deceased
gaslighting at his finest
child in your arms?
First of all, your comments are disgusting. I've served my country.
I've served my country for 34 years.
I find your comments disgusting as well. I've served my country for 34 years. And yes, I held a 5-year-old boy in my arms and back that tractor trailer. I knelt down beside him and said a prayer for him because I knew what his last 30 minutes of his life were like. And I had a 5-year-old son at the time. What I've been trying to do my 34 years serving my nation is to save lives. So for you to sit there and insult my integrity and my love for my country and for the
play the fucking clip here, take 86,000 seconds. You don't know where you at, do you? I do what the fuck I want. And normally what I do here is talk, okay? You come here to listen. Double tap the screen or go to the top right and hit the 3 dots. Respect our new fucking borders are. This dude just tried to throw some racist shit up under his belt and he's G-checking it. All right? Like I'm G-checking you.
Watch. Do you not care? Is it because these children don't look like children that are around you? I don't get it. Have you ever held a deceased child in your arms?
First of all, your comments are disgusting. I've served my country. I've served my country for 34 years.
I find your comments disgusting as well.
I've served my country for 34 years. And yes, I held a 5-year-old boy in my arms and back that tractor trailer. I knelt down beside him and said a prayer for him because I knew what his last 30 minutes of his life were like.
Wow.
And I had a 5-year-old son at the time. What I've been trying to do my 34 years serving my nation is to save lives. So for you to sit there and insult my integrity and my love for my country and for children, that's why this whole thing needs to be fixed. And you're the member.
We agree on that.
Fix it. This room has seen what I've seen in my 34-year career.
Very well.
No one has experienced what I've experienced.
So
I've saw many dead bodies coming across this border. And you want to talk?
Here you go.
About the memo, this memo is one option to stop death, not just about enforcing the law, stop death. If you want to legalize illegal immigration, good luck with that, because it's going to get a hell of a lot worse on that border. If you say, well, okay, from now on, there will be no consequence, no deterrence. It's not illegal to come to this country illegally. More families would come. 31% women would be raped. More children would die. We're a nation of laws. If you don't like it, sir, change it. You're the legislator. I'm the executive branch, and I've served my country honorably for 34 years. And I will not sit here and have anybody say that I don't care about children because you're not the same color as my children.
Thank you very much.
Dates back to April 23rd of 2018, where there was an official recommendation to, quote, pursue prosecution of all amenable adults who cross our border, quote, illegally, even though this applied to legal asylum seekers in practice. including those presenting with a family.
You know what I hate about this joint right here, and I hate to say that word, but she likes to she likes to put her feelings up, you know, and mix that in with facts, right? And then when she gets G checked, right, she pulls the race card. So whoever said that all people of color, it's kind of like that's your go-to. Let's pull the race card, right? She says, and then she tries to pull the heartstrings by saying, well, you know, well, if we allow this to happen, why are you making it such an issue? And he's simply telling her, well, listen, bitch, you got to do it the right way.
No. Dates back to April 23rd of 2018, where there was an official recommendation to, quote, pursue prosecution of all amenable adults who cross our border, quote, illegally, even though this applied to legal asylum seekers in practice, including those presenting with a family unit between ports of entry in coordination with DOJ. Here is the memo that I would like to submit to the congressional record.
What's the date on that?
It is the memorandum for the Secretary from Homeland Security.
Date.
April 23rd, 2018, subject increasing prosecutions of immigration violations.
Without objection.
And so I looked at this memo and it seems like this.
Yo, Rico, do you see how you see how the, you know, they throw the banana in the tailpipe?
Is the source of it. And it seems as though, Mr. Homan, that you are the author. It says here from yourself, Kevin Michalinen, and Francis Cisna.
Banana in the tailpipe. I can see it coming.
Nigga, you gay. Is this correct? Did you sign the memo?
I'd have to see what you.
I'd be happy to provide it.
I love how he doesn't cut them off when they speak, and as soon as he says one word, they go off.
And we'll provide it over, but I would like to note that here it says the official recommendation. There were 3 different options presented. The third included the option for families.
Thank you, Angelic. Here's a guy that comes to the chat and says that Trump is demonic and his followers, you know, like, you know, you just saying that is demonic, all right? Trump is not pumping hatred. You are.
Separation. This initiative would pursue prosecution of all amenable adults, including those presenting with a family unit. Mr. Homan, your name is on this. Is this correct?
Yes, I
Pay attention, y'all.
signed that memo.
So you are the author of the family separation policy.
I am not the author of this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but
She's trying to move the goalpost like she always does.
the recommendation was option
She about to smoke her stupid ass.
3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation of the many that you recommended family separation,
I recommend a zero tolerance.
which includes family separation.
The same as this.
Well, recommending zero tolerance means that we're clamping down on something that's already there. I'm not the person that wrote it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm doing my fucking job. Can you get out my way?
U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separates.
How you listen, Jay Supreme? How could this is the kind of bipolar remarks that I'm talking about. Y'all look at that comment up there, right? Here's some funny. Let me break this comment down to y'all real quick, right? Before I do that, double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, right? They'll send way more people in here if y'all do that. So once you double tap the screen, you're gonna see a big thumb. We considering that you're on the cell phone. If that don't work for you, go to the top right, hit the 3 dots. Either way it goes, share the video, you know what I'm saying, and like the video, right? A black person, I'm Cambodian. A black person voting for Trump is the equivalent of a Jewish person supporting the Nazis. I'm sorry, Mac. I follow you, but it's the height of stupidity, in my opinion. Now, without that word stupidity in there, me and Jay Supreme would have had a conversation. I would have addressed it in a way where I would have addressed it. I'm not going to disrespect you, even though you disrespected me. Most likely, somebody's going to probably time you out just for seeing that word. Now, for future references, the way you begin a conversation, because I would have loved to have that conversation, right? But I would love for you to say a person, any person voting for Trump is the equivalent of a Jewish person supporting the Nazis, because then I would ask you to support what you're saying, right? Everything else unnecessary. So I'm just giving you a lesson, right? And tact and how to create a conversation, as opposed to saying that, you know, you support somebody, but you're going to call them stupid. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you something. I'm stupid for real. Okay? But this ain't church. And I'm not here, you know what I'm saying, to be ridiculed or disrespected in no kind of way. All right? Now, let me remind you, God's work, not the hard work, brother. Okay?
Nigga, you gay.
Back to the content.
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan, with
family.
all due respect,
There we go. Like I told you, you ask a question, the question gets answered, but they will not let him get the answer out of his fucking mouth.
as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan, with
family.
all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 13.
They're not charged with any crime because the only way they're not charged is if they didn't get caught yet.
25.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
Mr. Homan,
Look,
please respect the chair and the authority of the chair. The time of the gentleman has expired.
I've asked you politely to let me go beyond my time, and you let other people go beyond their time, but not to Tom Homan. He don't get.
Oh, I can't stand this broad face, man. Look at her face. Her face says everything. She's getting no penis at home. None. She's mad as fuck. And I believe
beyond my time, and you let other people go beyond their time, but not.
Watch this.
Not to Tom Homan. He don't get to go beyond his time.
Mr.
Oh, it'd
Homan,
be so ghetto in these meetings.
and we have
This is
approved
a
an
circus.
agreement
This is a
between the Republicans and the Democrats with the ranking member. We increased the time of one witness, one member of Congress.
Look at Mac, you thirsty stalking Candace Owens. I didn't stalk Candace Owens today. There's nothing wrong with stalking Candace Owens, you know. And Jay Supreme, I see your comment. I know you're not disrespecting me, but you saying you do feel that you're not disrespecting me, but in my face, that feels like disrespect when you add stupidity next to a word, add that word next to my name. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Just ask yourself, if I ask you that question that way, would you think that I'm respecting you? You know what I'm saying? You know, I'd rather ignorant. I could deal with that, but stupid is just, you know what I mean?
Who was interrupted by a protest. That is done with the approval of the ranking member. Please respect the chair's authority.
I respect the chair's authority, but the chair.
Mr. Homan.
You work for me. I'm a taxpayer. I'm a taxpayer. You work for me.
Meltdown. Now, the person that put that video out, they clapped their channel a little while ago. Reason why how I know that is because I had the full video ready to play it for y'all. I go back to my channel. It says that the video has been removed because the channel associated with this has been terminated. YouTube has terminated them. Why? Because they snitching on us, obviously. I'm shadow banned. I mean, like, come on. I get millions of views for talking about Trump shit, right? But yet, if y'all only found me by mistake, that's the only way. The channel still exists, but they're not going to push. They're not pushing this. You want to know why? Type Mac Mean, which is my name. Mac Mean True Story. I got 2 channels, right? You put my name in there with Trump, you won't find not one video. Mac Miller will pop up, and he's been dead for more than a decade, okay? But my name will not pop up in the algorithm. That's what you call a shadow ban. It comes from us telling this truth, right? Now, so that whole video, that embarrassing moment, is now deleted. So there's a couple people with clips of it, but the main channel, which had hundreds of millions of views, has been shot a little while ago. I would say no longer than 2 hours ago.
Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
All right, that's a fact, Crypto. You found me through the shorts feed. They're not pumping my channel. My channel's shadow banned right now, right? And I mean, you can find me with Diddy. I got millions of views for that too. Type Mac Mean Diddy, you'll find me. Mac Mean Hassan Campbell, you'll find me. Mac Mean anything. Just type Mac Mean, you'll find 1,000 videos of mine. All right. That's called a shadow ban. That's called moving the goalpost when people are getting too close to the truth. It's just that simple. It didn't happen until I start speaking about Trump again.
Very progressive New Yorker. She went on Instagram to ask people, looking at the polls. And
so for me, double tap the screen and go up to the top right, hit the 3 dots. Okay. All right. That's good for the analytics of my channel. Y'all found me through the short stream. I know something. If you want to know something about YouTube, if you want to become successful and rich on this shit, hit my IG, Mac Mean True Story, and I'll give you some game. I'll go look at your channel. I'll do some I'll do like an audit, and I'll tell you what to do to fix your channel up and to get you in front of thousands of motherfuckers too. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got something positive to say and a good message. All right. Everybody subscribe. Go to the top and hit that subscribe button. It's free.
Realizing like
now, this is AOC, her supporters, they're asked. She asked supporters why some of them voted for Trump. Now you're gonna listen to the answers. They're gonna tell you why they flipped.
Hey, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people that voted for me in my district and also voted for Donald Trump. Why? But like she asked in a nice way to explain. And some of the response, she's posting the responses, some of them, quote, "It's real simple. Trump and you care for the working class." Quote, "I feel that you are both outsiders compared to the rest of DC and less establishment." Quote, "I support you and did this. Felt like I didn't have much of a choice after Biden's administration." What do you think?
Well, and some of those notes also struck a chord when it comes to authenticity, right? They talked about being authentic candidates for office. Listen, Donald Trump increased the district, AOC's district, by double digits. So
they switched over. They want to get back into the money. They want.
And I think you're going to see a lot more of this analysis go on, especially in the states where you saw a high level of ticket splitting, their own in Wisconsin, electing obviously a Democratic governor in North Carolina, while losing the state to Donald Trump. You're going to see these Democrats, I think, now reassess what messaging, kind of broke through and what Donald Trump was able to capture. The energy on the ground.
The ticket splitting so interesting, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I talked to Jamal Bowman the other day, outgoing member, also up there in the Bronx, and he said the same thing. He said, a lot of people who went for Donald Trump actually voted for me in the primary. Isn't that interesting that the campaign didn't use me on the stump? Sure. Kind of taking shots. But
Now here's a little bit more. The simple answer is this, right? They switched over because they want to see success. Whether that's in their personal life, whether that's in the country as a whole, people didn't want to keep on going through whatever. Don't you feel like already, right? Just because they moved these people out of place, that we lined up to do something better? Let me show you this other little piece.
The whole thing needs to be fixed. And you're the member.
We agree on that.
Fix it. In this room has seen what I've seen in my 34-year career.
Very well.
No one has.
My bad.
Later.
I'm the.
Even though this applied to legal asylum seekers in practice, including those presenting with a family unit between ports of entry in coordination with DOJ. Here is the memo that I would like to submit to the congressional record.
What is the date of that?
It is the memorandum for the secretary from.
Let me ask y'all a question, right? What do y'all think about like Russia? What do y'all feel about us getting down with Russia? Trump talking to Putin, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Why is it causing so much pain in these people's hearts to see this shit happen? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Right now, he did speak to Putin. Russia, I guess Putin's people were saying that it didn't happen, but we all know it did. We know that it did based off of what Putin said right after he won. Also, a statement shows that they just would have never respected a female president. Sorry to say, the world's not there yet.
Donald Trump is doing what he promised, trying to end the war in Ukraine. Last week, he took the first step. Trump spoke to Russian President Vladimir Putin. The phone call happened on Thursday. But unlike other conversations, this one was not revealed, maybe because of the content. Trump reported 4 points in this conversation. He urged Putin to not escalate the war. He reminded him of America's military deployments in Europe, sort of like a warning. He called for further talks to end the conflict. And finally, he touched upon the issue of land, perhaps the possibility of Ukraine giving up land in exchange for peace. And what about the other side? Well, Russia says the call never happened. They're calling it pure fiction. But they have admitted that Trump's win is a positive development. President Putin also praised him last week. He called Trump a manly leader. That's the word he used. It's the sort of thing that Donald Trump loves to hear. But will these calls and praises translate into a ceasefire in Ukraine? Well, that depends on many variables, mainly 3. Number 1, what is Trump's plan? 3 of his staffers have revealed some details. Apparently, Donald Trump wants to freeze the current front line. He then wants to create a 1,200-kilometer buffer zone. Trump wants European soldiers to man it, maybe the Germans or the French or the British, definitely not American. And why would Russia agree to it? Because Ukraine will then abandon its NATO ambitions. And why would Kiev agree to it? Because the US would then flood Ukraine with weapons, sort of like a deterrent to another Russian attack. Now, this plan raises a lot of questions, like, will Europeans enforce a buffer zone? Will Ukraine give up territory? And will Russia agree to the rearming of Ukraine? Frankly, this looks like a long-shot plan. Nonetheless, it is a start. It is certainly better than pouring billions into an endless war. Which brings us to variable number 2. What can Biden do in the next 70 days that he's still in office? Well, he'll be meeting Donald Trump on Wednesday. Reports say the president will try to lobby his successor, basically try to change his mind on Ukraine. Again, that's a long shot. Trump is keeping pro-Ukraine leaders out of his team, like Nikki Haley and Mike Pompeo. His son also posted this message to Ukraine's president, and I'm quoting, "You're 38 days from losing your allowance. So good luck changing Trump's mind." Biden's other option lies in the US Congress. He can ask them to pass another package for Ukraine. Again, a tough choice. The new Congress will take charge.
Nah, we ain't giving y'all nothing, man. We're not giving y'all another dime. You're going to give up some land. You're going to stop talking all this war shit. You're going to chill. You feel me? They just hoping that we go drop a bunch of military equipment on them so they could continue their war. Nah, knock it off, man. We got to feed our own people.
Really, most likely, it will be Republican control. So Biden's window is shrinking.
Let's not get it twisted. Y'all been talking about all this inflation and stuff, you know what I'm saying, for years. This is a part of it. Us making them chill and stuff like that so we can stop giving everybody all our bread as a part of making money. Saving money in big business is making money. It's just that simple. Ask some of those big corporations that spend millions and millions and millions of dollars, right, on unnecessary costs. When they learn a way to save that money, that's making money. You had to put $10 million a month into some shit that now you're not doing. I mean, that leaves $10 million to do other things. We call that God's work, all right?
He could also choose some nuclear options, maybe transfer frozen Russian state assets to Ukraine, that's worth around $5 billion, or maybe remove his red lines on the battlefield. Biden has stopped Zelensky from using American weapons to strike inside Russia. He could lift
Biden old ass, man. Get him up out of here, man. We don't need Biden in there no more. This is going to be, and I just feel, you know what? I feel that they're going to pull something like some weird political type of movement. You know what I mean? Something to just stop dude from going forward. And let's not get it twisted. There was 3 attempts on his life. Let's not think for 1 second that the waters is calm. Nah, we just starting right now. These conversations right here, right, is just starting. But we're going to see a lot of changes in a real short period of time.
Run by stupid people, and you're tired of it. So stupid. 88,000 people in Alabama. We had 68,000 people. It's an amazing phenomenon, and I'm not giving myself. It's just I'm giving you the credit. You're tired of being the stupid country. We've become a stupid country. We were run by stupid people, and you're tired of it. So I said to myself the other day, Tucker, it's sad. And I was telling the people, because it'll never happen again. This is never going to happen again.
Lady, assalamu alaikum, Rico, everybody. Lanskeezy, salute, my brother. Tap in.
I don't care. I just don't believe it's never happened in any country. When Biden got up with a red background, the pink background, and he looked like the devil, he looked so stupid, right? And he said, "We will stop MAGA. MAGA, we're going to." I said, "Listen, you stupid bastard. MAGA means, because I think if you asked him what does it mean, he doesn't know. MAGA means make America great again. That's what MAGA means. So for the first time, I never said it to anybody. I never really thought about it that much. But all of a sudden, it was down to like maybe 10 or 8 or 9 days, a few days ago, right? I said, you know, in 10 days, this will never happen again, because I'm not running again, and you're going to lose interest. We're going to meet, but we're going to meet on a different basis. We're going to meet on the basis of fixing our country, and we'll meet, but it'll be different than having rallies and having, you know, things where you have elections and all. It's never going to be what we've done together. We got to win, first of all, but we are leading. Just keep the cheating down. The only thing can stop us is the cheating. It's the only thing that can stop us. If we win, it's the biggest event in political history. It's the biggest event in.
And they can't accept it. That's why the left is going crazy. They literally like fucking losing their mind. They out here making these weird ass videos because they you know, there's not gonna be any tampons in the bathroom, man, and they just can't get past that shit. Look how they look though.
The type of media I'm about.
They be seeming demonic, like they just so. I'm going to. One girl, she's like, I'm burn the damn country down. She ain't even got a kitchen. She was homeless.
To show you now.
You're not burning anything, sweetheart. You're burning a cigarette. You're burning meth. Okay? The hell's wrong with these people? Watch how they look. Watch this.
Here are some of our favorite media leftists who were convinced that Donald Trump was toast, that Kamala was going to win.
Watch.
Win easily.
In my humble view, lights out.
Please welcome back the next president of the United States.
I think it's going to be a blowout, actually. I don't think it's going to.
I got content for years that broad lost, man.
Be a close race.
Yeah, you know what I mean? People stuck their foot in their mouth. That's why, you know what I'm saying? I said, I hope Donald Trump wins because y'all might just steal it from us the way y'all work. But he won. So there ain't no replays on me. But trust me, for years, they got their foot in their mouth. And they're targets now. You want to know why? Because The View, they make their money off of media. Even if, let me just show you something, right? Even if these broads broke, if they knocked the show down, let's just say they completely just shut the View down, right? These women, when they go try to find a new job, it will be based in media. It will be based on their opinions and on them talking. Safe to say, outside of Whoopi, old ugly ass, right? Harpo. That's the only thing I remember from her. Harpo. Color Purple. What do y'all outside? Jumping Jack Flash. Come on, man. And Sister Act. All right. That's what we remember out of Whoopi. Trust me, them roles look different now. They ain't doing no Sister Acts right now. Not for your old ass. All right. We're gonna do Sister on Sister Act. Because you know. Anyway, they look bad. None of these bitches is going to be able to get a job afterwards. Excuse my language.
I think there are going to be those Republicans that just vote for Harris.
It'll be tied on election day, as always it will. The polls will be tied, and then he'll lose.
You call us trash? Oh.
Oh, JD Vance, you just effed up in a way that I've never seen in my political life, and I worked for Sarah Palin.
I would say take Harris over 270 electoral votes. Let these fools in these crypto markets do something. Let them drive the betting line into a favorable.
Man, is he black or white? He talk like a nigga, but it just seems like
place and take advantage of it. That's what I would do. I think she's going to win.
You wrote Trump is toast. Do you stand behind that today?
Oh, even more so. I feel the same way that I felt a few weeks ago that Trump is toast.
And they're not taking the loss well. Here is Sunny Hostin of The View lashing out
oh, the worst one. God.
at white women without college degrees.
What we did not have is white women who voted about 52%, right, for Donald Trump. Uneducated white women, is my understanding. You have Latino men, actually, voting more for him.
Those awful women and Latino men.
Oh, it gets worse. Double tap the screen, please. Let's get the likes up, right? Or go to the top right, hit the 3 dots. You're on the Mac Mean True Story Show, all right? And the left, the liberals, the Democrats, the weirdos are losing it. Look at these videos they got going.
And how dare they think for themselves? By the way, the exit polls showed that the majority.
And last thing I have to say is answer the poll, right? Will Trump do his thing? THANG. That's right.
Majority of married men, unmarried men, and married women voted for Trump. It was the unmarried women who backed Kamala. What was it that JD Vance said about that group? And Sonny also made some absurd claims.
The no baby zone. You know what I mean? Yo, you know these broads out here now talking about as a result of Trump winning that they should have this movement where everybody becomes celibate like the women. Let me just let you women know, right? That shit is good on social media, but when she gets home to her man, it's going down James Brown. That movement going right out the window. These women don't want to be celibate. Hell no, they don't want to be celibate. The men want to be more celibate than the women. Let's keep it real. Spam the chat with ones if I'm telling the truth. All right? That women want sex more than men. Let's debate. Let's mass debate right here on this channel. Mac Mean True Story. All stories ain't true, but this one is. I need y'all guys to spam the chat if y'all believe that women want sex more than men. Never work. It'll never work. Listen, man, even if they stay away from dudes for a little while, man, let me tell you something, man. They're going to be patting them coochies in no time. That movement ain't going to work. That's the left. It's the left. They wanted, this was the idea that they had. Like, you know what? As a result, Trump won, I'm going to burn the house down. Trump won, I'm going to not fuck no more. And I'm going to tell all the other women, let's not fuck no more. She'll be sucking her man's penis by, you know what I'm saying, before the sentence come out of her mouth. And then this is my opinion. He's gold member.
About losing her civil rights. The desperation to be a victim is strong in this one.
I worry about my children's future, especially my daughter, who now has less rights than I have. And I remember my father telling me,
I would tell my girl to go to the rally. Yeah, go to the no fucking rally. The fuck Trump, let's not utilize our coochies rally no more. All right? Go ahead. I dare you. Take your ass on down there. You're going to be getting double fucked tonight. Woo!
Many, many years ago, that I was the first person in his family to enjoy full civil rights. And now I have less civil rights than I had when he told me that. So again, I'm profoundly disturbed.
And the perpetually aggrieved ladies of The View also want greater
Post-nut clarity is a hell of a drug.
censorship. They want to curb free speech on social media so a Democrat never loses again.
Well, it would help if
if we could regulate social media, because one of the biggest offenders is DC and Congress have not been able to do one thing in regard to the rogue corporations
It's
of
not going to
social
get any
media.
better with Elon Musk now in the administration.
Now to MSNBC's Joy Reid, who's always having
Yeah, they haters. Trump is going to hunt these whores down.
a normal one. Here she claims that Florida is a fascist state.
It's a pure Project 2025 in miniature in Florida, and that kind of.
And so far, no talks of anything Project 2025. Major fail. You lost it.
Extreme, sort of extremist, right-wing, fascist type government in Florida. Does that make it a more attractive place?
Oh dear. And if you're in the habit of consuming media like that, then you may react like this when Donald Trump has a landslide victory.
We may not have rights tomorrow.
Yo, I'm scared to go to sleep. I might wake up in my sleep.
Anyone else
This fucking mook.
having a meltdown? I don't know how to do this. Right now, I'm just not. I can't deal with this right now.
This is terrible, man. I need everybody to double tap the screen, man. Y'all want to see 2,000 people up in here? Everybody. Just start tapping on your screen. You're going to see the light go up, right? If that don't work for you, go to the top right and hit the 3 dots. These bitches are losing their mind.
8 years old, and I have never experienced anything like this, and never thought I would in this country. No, wait, I'm so stressed. I don't know how to handle this.
Oh, I'm so sad. But the best reaction.
Yo, why I got less than 200 likes? Let's get the likes up, please. Let's go. Double tap the screen. Let's go. That's what I'm here for. You're not paying me. All right. Cash App. MacMean. MACMEAN. $. Let's go.
Action goes to this.
I like that little face she made.
Oh, I'm so sad. But the best reaction goes to this jokester. This is superb work.
I'm literally shaking right now. I'm a trans woman with a baby on the way. What am I going to do? Keep it?
Now, that was parody. I'm not sure if this next video is. I suspect it could be real. It's hard to tell nowadays.
I can't believe Trump's actually going to win this fucking thing.
White dudes for Harris. They threw those shirts away. Man, I seen them shirts all over the floor. And those lefties, I'm going to tell you something, man. Something about them liberals, man. They some tricky bastards, right? They spend all that money talking down on Trump. And then they went and voted for him. Hey, y'all, this is crazy. They spent all that bread. Oh, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm so up.
Oh, I called it. Yo, this is a real reaction. I did not see this fucking video. I was playing when I said I seen them shirts in the street. I ain't see one. I couldn't even predict that this fat bastard would.
Fucking thing. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm so up.
Ew, look at his body. Hey, yo, roast his body, y'all. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Roast his body. Oh, man. Looks like a monster's face. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
God damn it.
And here is another white dude for Kamala, or is it a work of satire?
What the hell? You cannot be serious. How did I wake up to this garbage as my president? That's right, garbage. I went to bed last night and she was ahead.
I could smoke a blunt with this dude right here, man. I don't know.
I woke up to this freaking nightmare. Donald Trump? How? Does America have this many?
Nigga, you gay.
Nazi Hitler following pieces of trash?
Let's end lefties with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC, pretending she's some heroine in a Nazi film. Here she warns that we're about to enter a period of fascism.
I wonder if Diddy's watching this right now. Just random. All right, let's get the likes up, please. Double tap the screen or go to the top right and hit the 3 dots. Will Trump do his thing? Answer the poll.
I'm so scared.
Let's say, peers in history of mass movements of people that mobilized to protect one another in times of fascism and authoritarianism.
This is a miserable chick.
And this is the...
Yeah, this is AOC, y'all. Just miserable. Just miserable. I bet she got the coldest pussy ever. I bet that coochie is just ice cold. Shit.
Era that we are poised to enter.
I mean, people want to be racist. They want to talk about the race thing. What about gender stuff? You know what I'm saying? You know, I am a man. I'm a man. Yo, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Nigga, you gay.
Y'all got to get your emotions together out here, man. All right, we had a commercial pull up, so go ahead and double tap the screen.
Joining me now is Batia Ungasagon, Newsweek Deputy Opinion Editor and author of Second Class, How the Elites Betrayed America's Working Men and Women. And Batia, you nailed it in your book. You explained the Trump phenomenon and the political realignment that sees the affluent lean increasingly left towards the Democrats and working class people, aspirational Americans, the middle class, go to the right.
Oh, we had a switch. We had a culture shift.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We've seen a massive political realignment in America along class lines.
North Shore Blunts, bro. Hawaiian. Hit my IG. Mac Mean True Story. And IG.
So the biggest
I'm interested.
divider in America is not actually left versus right, as everybody saw on election night.
Last name is Frost. A.O. Frost.
It's the elites versus the working class. It's the credentialed, college-educated people who work in the knowledge industry and people who work with their hands for a living, people who don't have a degree. And what happened over the last 50 years was the Democrats created an economy that was an upward transfer of wealth from the...
Yeah, frosty pussy. See, AOC, you know what? These are the type of things that get my channel, you know what I mean, shadow banned. But in your opinion, right, do you think that AOC's box is cold? Let's just put it that way. I wanted to say, do you think she got cold pussy? But, you know, I can't say that on YouTube, even though I just said it on YouTube. But do you think that she has frosty box? Not literally. Is she a cold woman? This is what I'm trying to say, you know? I mean, I hate to associate the box with the whole person, but you know, when the dude is acting crazy, what do they call us? A dickhead, right? They associate the whole body with a body part. Double tap screen. Let's get the lights up.
Working class.
All right, we done with that, right? Let's move on, right? Let's move the fuck on, right? Now, that stinking ass migrant program we was talking about earlier. I guess this is some of the details on what he's gonna do as far as like trying to end this program, right? I think it's interesting. I do need to, in between entertaining y'all, I do need to make myself aware of the issues that's going on out here. So I ain't out here just talking monkey shit.
Congress to help fill out his administration. Trump tapping Florida Congressman Michael Waltz.
He's about to end this shit. It's about to get funky out here, man. It's about to get real dark for people. I hope y'all gathered up your money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
To be his national security advisor, Congressman Waltz joined this program and spoke with me yesterday.
Allegedly, Jeremiah says he has the ability to heat that cold box up between AOC's legs. That's what he said, not me.
Right here, watch. The most important foreign policy.
And one more, I got to get petty. I'm sorry. Double tap the screen, get the likes up, right? AOC got that dusty box. She needs to work over. I mean, this show is this is a family show. This is what we consider a family show where we talk about AOC's allegedly dusty and cold box.
Policy decision Trump needs to make when he gets in office is what? I know there are a lot.
Well, I think first and foremost, it'll be underscored by America's biggest strength, which is our energy independence and energy security.
Okay.
Not only will that light our economy on fire, but that gives us leverage over every one of these.
Trump is also selecting former New York Congressman and gubernatorial candidate Lee Zeldin to be his head of Environmental Protection Agency, and New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik to be the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. Joining me now is New York Congresswoman Nicole Malloy.
Yeah, you're right. Homan is going to kick some ass. Homan is definitely going to kick some ass. It feels like he got balls.
She's a member of the House Ways and Means Committee and is the Republican Conference Assistant Whip. Congresswoman, good to see you.
I'm just saying, I'm making a point of
here being tapped in this incoming administration.
I'm making a point that it just feels good. It feels good to see somebody that's operating right, like they got a pair of balls between their legs. You know, we dealing with two. I mean, let's keep it real, man. They've been having America look like we soft. Like y'all could just come over here and y'all could just do whatever y'all want to do. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say out here, even if it's not correct. And make it law. Nah, we not having that anymore, sir. Whole different. Okay. Let me stop sharing this for 1 second. Let me show you why I like Tom Homan. I'm just learning about him, but I'm just saying that, you know, if I have nothing to do with the pick, let me look at the person and let me see what I determine about that person. This nigga right here is wild. Watch. Salute to Officer Tatum.
A year.
I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Is that what American taxpayers should expect?
What price do you put on national security? Is that worth it?
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
My favorite part.
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
This is what you call unapologetic. Straight face. You know what I'm saying? Straight face. Straight up, open-minded. I like that. Ruthless shit. Oh, man. That's what we meant with young. We need that. We need that old thing back. Hey, yo, Kenny. Reach out to me on IG if you get a chance. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm gonna hit you from an 814 number. So make sure you answer it.
Taxpayers should expect.
What price do you put on national security? Is that worth it?
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
My favorite part.
Look at his face.
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
You better start packing now.
Hold on a second. The man is a man's man. And
yeah, he coming in hot. He talking hot shit. Ooh.
Thank God. It's such a reinvigorating feeling to have good
none your salute. You know what I'm saying?
Common sense stuff going on in the government. We
poker face. Serious, not laughing and playing, and
shouldn't even be having this conversation. I don't even know how we got to this point. If you come to the country illegally, you can't be here. It's a difference between seeking asylum and going through the port of entry and doing it the legal way. There's a legal way to seek asylum in America. There's a legal way to immigrate to America. It's really simple. If you're going to sneak under the gate, go through a tunnel, creep into our
packing your shit now was just a statement.
Country trying to go undetected, there's laws against that. And you don't get to just bypass laws because you hungry. You don't get to bypass laws because your country's sorry.
What do you mean SS uniform? Here we go. There we go.
All right. And that you're seeking a better opportunity. Because then, therefore, with your logic, then people that live in inner city communities should be able to rob other people because they want something to eat too. Because they daddy ain't around and they mama's struggling on welfare, they should be able to go in the store and just grab groceries and walk out. Is that
double tap the screen? We about to go hot. Let's get the likes past 300. You know what I'm saying? Question of the day. Will Trump do his thing? All right. You got 87% of the people having high hopes and Trump is saying he will do his thing. You still have 13% that's, you know, they ain't believers yet.
That what we saying? If you're going to let illegal aliens come in our country and do that, why can't the regular citizens say, you know what, enough is enough. I'm tired of working. My leg hurt. I can't work no more. Or I can't get the job I want, so I'm going to steal it from this person. I can't afford to go to university. I'm just going to walk in the lecture hall and sit down and get an education and get a diploma at the end of it. No. I don't need to go to a job application. I'm just going to go into the warehouse at Target, and I'm just going to pick up a vest and start.
Oh, Rocky, that's petty. I love it.
Picking and packing. And I'm going to get a check at the end of this. And I'm going to get a retirement and a pension. No, I don't need to apply for.
Word, because Obama just, they all cashed out. You see how much money they get? You see how much money these Democrats is getting? Yo, bro, Obama's making $165,000 before he became the president. The man's a multi-millionaire right now.
For the job, I don't need to go.
Before him and Michelle close their eyes, if they don't already have it right now, they will have $1 billion. That's right. Beyonce got paid $10 million to twerk her ass, and she didn't even twerk her ass. Cheated us all out of $40.
Background check. I don't need to do none of that. I'm just gonna show up and do this, and it's mine. No, that ain't how it work, Sister Mama. That ain't how it work. Y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. Roll it.
Obama is a move.
You're damn right. Because you're going home. I got another message. Another message to the criminal cartels in Mexico. You smuggled enough fentanyl across this country to kill 148,000 young Americans. You have killed more Americans than every terrorist organization in the world combined. And that's when...
Oh, man, I hope he lives. I hope he survives. Double tap the screen, get your likes up. The reason why I say that is because he talks as if he has a breathing problem. That's left. But yeah, double tap the screen, get the likes up, or go to the top right and hit the 3 dots. That's where the like button's at. Yeah, they got me shadow banned out here, man. They don't want to push my channel. I got to come out here and find you guys. All right.
Enough fentanyl across this country to kill 148,000 young Americans. You have killed more Americans than every terrorist organization in the world combined.
He's not reading off no paper, y'all. Love it.
President Trump gets back in office, he's going to designate you a terrorist organization, and he's going to wipe you off the face of the earth. You're done. You're done.
Why would you release 5 or 6 female children to one male sponsor?
Well,
why would you do that? So God help these children.
Whoa.
God help these children. I love kids. And this administration, I don't want to hear another word about you being humane. You're putting children at risk. Record number of Americans are dying. Record numbers of migrants are dying. There's one guy who can fix it, and it's Donald Trump.
One guy who can fix this shit. That's what he said.
There's one guy who can fix it, and it's Donald Trump. Look, I knew President Trump was going to run.
Bro, I love politics. I love politicians that don't talk like politicians. I love it, man. Once they start talking like politicians, they lose me.
Because I had dinner with them in Las Vegas about 6 months
ago. Like reading the Bible. You ever try to read the Bible, thou shalt effect, and then you go read a Bible that says regular shit, and you're like, oh, now I understand. He wants me to pray.
Before he announced, we're having dinner, and looked at me and said,
thou shalt boweth upon the law.
Nigga, you gay.
Talk to me in regular English like this man right here. This is what got Trump placed in office, was the regular man and the regular woman listening to a regular person talk, not a politician, a businessman.
I think I'm coming back.
This is the dude that's going to be holding down our border, y'all.
Back. Can I get you to come back? I says, I tell you what, sir, I'm so pissed off, I'll come back for free.
So how much did it cost to fill your tank? Almost 100.
Double tap the screen, get the likes up, hit the 3 dots at the top right. Let's talk. All right. I would open up the panel, man, but y'all just be too emotionally invested into YouTube and the world and all this other stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Way too invested. Only friends. All right. If you ain't been up on this panel, man, don't think about coming up here.
But we got a couple other clips from Tom Homan. If we could pull it up. This is just additional clips is the reason why the left is going crazy.
It's chilling what he just said. You realize that when he says, yes, families can be deported together, what he is saying is that U.S. citizens can be deported. What he is saying is if
that's
the
not what he's
parent
saying.
is undocumented.
Man, the View is losing their views. I just found out.
And they have U.S. citizen children or U.S.
Oh, people stop going over there, man. There's a lot of people that was, you know what I'm saying, that was popping last week. It's over, man. Once Boy gets situated in that office, everybody that was talking down on him as a career, your career is over. I'm telling you.
Citizen spouse, or and you don't want to separate.
Let's not start talking about Elon Musk and the damage he's about to cause.
Them, then let's deport the U.S. citizens.
For big companies. So when the big companies lose, the small people benefit. Trust me when I tell you. That's what they really trying to do. They're trying to crush the competitions. They ain't trying to make the competition rich. They're trying to take money out their pockets and give it to us so we can spend with them. All right? This is a corporation right here, America. All of us is immigrants. We just not illegal migrants.
Look, Donald Trump won the electoral vote. He won. He's going to win the House. He won the Senate. For all effects and purposes, he's got the Supreme Court. They've given him immunity. This is what the country voted for. This is, you know, a lot of people thought that when he talked about
learn English, bro,
mass deportations, he wasn't being serious. I don't know how many times he had to say it for people to realize he was being serious. Well, if you
all of us knew that. We was hoping he was serious. Y'all was hoping that he wasn't.
Thought he wasn't being serious. The appointment of Tom Homan today as
promises made, promises kept. That's why we voted him in. We voted him in because he makes promises that he keeps. All right. There was a time when y'all saying he didn't speak about policy. Then you shot him in the fucking face. There was a time when you were saying that he wasn't speaking about policy. Then you try to kill him again. You're not going to be able to kill this. Only the devil will be trying to kill somebody that's trying to work for them. Okay.
border Czar, and he will be in charge of a mass deportation program, the largest the country has ever seen, they say.
Hopefully.
And now Stephen Miller, as Deputy Chief of Staff, should let you know that he was absolutely serious. And when you talk about mass deportations, people think, oh, it's just...
He totally disavowed that Project 2025, the shit that y'all was, the fear mongering is now ending.
Going to be
and they just can't, they don't know, they grabbing for straws.
The criminals. There's not enough criminals, aliens in the federal prison system for it to be mass deportations. What it means is grandmothers. What it means is brothers and aunts. Yep. What it means is abuelos y abuelas. It means dreamers. It means your family members. It means your colleagues. It means your friends. It means people who are part of the society. And look, America, you know, those of you who voted for Trump, this is what you wanted. This is what you voted for. You screwed around and you're about to find out.
Yeah, I mean, I echo all of that, right? I mean, we get the
oh man, I can't wait till he shut these women down. For real, for real. They're the biggest poison towards us. You know what I mean? I thought it was like people like, you know, in the media, like D.L. Hewley and stuff like that, that was a detriment to black people. What I mean by that is that such a powerful black voice speaking out against people start to follow that shit just off the strength that you black. It's the same thing like when they voted for that mook ass Obama. You know, they voted for him because of his skin color. They didn't vote for him because they liked him. They didn't vote for him because they knew him. They voted for him because of his skin color, and he talked to them like a pimp. That's it. He finessed the American people. That's it. That's it. And they can't. And even though they held it down for years and years. Now we're coming in here talking about we want to fix something up, and they are against that. Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up.
The government that we vote for as a country, and the majority of the country apparently voted for this. And you know, I think it's really
sad, man. It really feels like they need the box wine to flow, and that they're on the brink of a meltdown. But I hope that, you know, somehow the whole show gets shut the fuck down, because I think that shows like this is a detriment to American people. This is not one of those shows that tries to pull us together and figure things out and let's put the issues on the table. Because sometimes people get caught up in their anger, right, that they forget that there was a beginning to your argument. There was a beginning to your, you know, your decision to be opinionated. You know, this shit is to bring us together. It's not to continue this hatred shit. That's all y'all spewing out. We're talking about what could we do to move forward? How could we end these wars and stuff like that? And y'all keep talking about him. Shame on y'all. Treason.
loud and clear that what
you know what they do to some people like y'all in other countries? They get rid of you. They get rid of your family. You know what I'm saying? They get rid of your families, friends, anything associated with you. Come on, the rabbits. Y'all remember that? Gangs in New York. What happened when the politicians came through and they shut down a whole political set? They said that it's against the law to ever say their name again. Some countries, that's how they operate with treason. And treason, 9 out of 10 times, is not what you do, right? It's what you say and how much power is behind your word and how many people follow you and your agenda. That's treason. You know what I'm saying? So when you got millions of people that wake up to this shit and they listen to this, right? Trust me, there's going to be some shifting of powers. I'm talking about in terms of the voice of the people that's really, really talking based off of facts and not just opinions. And when they say opinions, they let you know that here's the red tape. Here's the fine print on this. This is not a fact. All right? This is Mac Mean channel. I might call you gay for no reason.
Nigga, you gay.
The American way.
Said he meant. And if you look at Homan's background, he was a contributor to Project 2025. He was a police officer, which I find really rich because he was appointed by a convicted felon. He also was a United States Border Patrol agent, a special agent with the former Immigration and Naturalization Service.
Oh, you did your homework.
So this is his thing. This is his background. But what I would like...
I hate black women that be talking all of this black power shit, all this black rights and, black people, you know what I'm saying, and go home to a white dude every day, or vice versa.
To point out is that there is no correlation between undocumented people and a rise in crime. That's statistically accurate. Immigrants include...
Normally those people that want to talk about race things, I wonder what their sex life is like. I wonder if you let that white husband of yours, right? I wonder if y'all role play. This is what I think about. I'm not gonna go too far in that. Okay, this is a family show.
Including undocumented immigrants are less likely to commit crimes in the United States. So this notion somehow that it's about national security, I think is just false. I think this notion really is about otherization of people. I think it's about a culture war. And I'm sad for the country, quite frankly.
These people love to call this man a racist and all this other stuff. No, we're just going to do what's right for the American people.
How do you take 20,000?
Kamala Harris pop is Irish. The View needs to watch their mouth and respect them, period. Damn. All right, double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up. If you've been sitting here for a little while trying to keep up with this shit, you know what I'm saying? We about to go down a rabbit hole soon. I want to talk about something else in a second, right? But let me wrap this little piece up on these lefties and how bad they're looking and why they so afraid of Tom Homan, this nigga right here. I ain't gonna lie. He's different. He's different, man. Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up.
We're going to do what's right for the American people. You guys cannot come over here and take opportunity and jobs and commit crimes and have babies in this country. Do you know how ridiculous it is for us to allow foreign actors to come into America and anchor babies here? That's the craziest thing that I've ever heard in my entire life. I don't think that you can do that in any country across the world. That you go to their country and if you have a baby there, you didn't get pregnant there. They don't know when you got pregnant, but you have a baby there. Somehow your baby is a naturalized citizen. That amendment right was for black slaves in this country.
Wow.
It was for black people who had been freed from slavery that were not considered to be citizens. And they say, if you were born here, you are naturalized as a citizen. And if you have children here, they become citizens as well. And then they let people break in. Listen, if you break the law to get here, you should not have any rights. You should not have due process. And
if you do, the goalpost should be moved for the people that got accused of crimes that are American. What's good for the goose is good for the goofy.
Should not be able to anchor a baby here. And even if we had anchor baby status, if you were here legally and you had a child, you like a visa or a green card.
Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Let me reload this so we don't go through that again. All right. All right. I'm reloaded. Double tap the screen. Get the likes up. Or go to the top right and hit the 3 dots. All right. I'm interested in this Tom Homan, man. He's hardcore.
Or something like that. You were here legally. You had a kid here. I can see how a person could consider that. But if you have already broken the law to get here, and now we make your children citizens, it's the dumbest act of all time. Because
and birth tourism, women that are more than 4 months pregnant should be denied an entry visa. Wow, that baby better be American made. You know what I'm saying? And they're not gonna do that being celibate. Newsflash. So right, just because your mother came here illegally should not make you a citizen. Oh, as soon as they put in that, they said that they could stay when they have children, the kidnapping rate increased drastically. It would. I mean, it's like essentially just, free money. Who's not going to cash in, even if it involves trafficking humans?
Something happens to where you have to be deported. Your kid get to stay here and you have to go. That never made sense whatsoever. And Republicans and Democrats alike have been dropping the ball on this subject for whatever reason. People often say that Republicans wanted cheap labor and Democrats obviously want the votes. Both people are abusing these innocent people, most of them who are innocent, who come over here just looking
Thank you, Taylor.
for a better opportunity because they were lied to. They were looking at the news. They got flyers dropped off. Coyotes are telling them, if you go over there, you're going to get citizenship. You're going to have jobs and opportunities or whatever. And then they get trafficked over here. The little girls get trafficked. The kids get trafficked. There's over 300,000 kids that they don't have account for because they bring the kids over here. And
300,000 kids, man. God bless those kids, man. I couldn't imagine how they feel. Their parents getting separated from them. But that it goes to show that you just got to make better, well-informed decisions when you start putting your kids in book bags and decide to fucking go import yourself somewhere. Okay. Why the fuck do we got to care for your kids more than you going to care for them? You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. And this is a whole nother issue because who the fuck it's not that bad wherever the fuck you at. It can be. Not that bad where you know what I'm saying? Especially when you can do it the right way. Why are you not doing it the right way? There must be something that's wrong that they're not allowing you to do that. And then for you to leverage your kid into the equation, you know what I'm saying? Or bring your pregnant wife somewhere with you, knowing that y'all might be separated. How the fuck do they know about all the things that benefit them, but they don't know the consequences? You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure they know the consequences now. When I went to robbery school, the first thing they told me is that when you rob a nigga, you know what I'm saying, a nigga might lock you up.
Who's their daddy? Mama. Where'd they come from?
He didn't say when you rob a nigga, you're going to get a new chain, okay? That's the fine print.
What's their real name? They have no social security number. They have nothing. Then they get over in the country, and the crazy people, the sickos, they take those kids and do all kind of stuff with them. Where do you think that who you think they recording on those videos that they get busted for looking at and sharing online? Y'all know what I'm saying. I'm trying not to say it, but they be recording stuff with
make China. Stay where the fuck you at and go do something there. Make China great again. All right, because that's where they coming from. Yeah, and don't be surprised when they whip up a new China virus allegedly.
Where think they get these kids from? Okay. And they supposed to be the party of empathy and compassion. Full of sugar honey iced tea. Wrote a clip.
So that we're smuggling this country by criminal cartels they can't find. That's another priority. We need to save these children because some of these children are in forced labor. Some of these children are in sex trafficking. Some of these.
Thank you. Thinking about the kids last. Tom Homan's thinking about them first.
Children are living a life of hell every day. We need to save these children and get them back with their families.
You know, Tom, first of all, congratulations to you. And I'm so glad for the Border Patrol that morale is already being lifted.
It's like Trump and building this dream team of his. Oh, man. It's like he gave all of them a speech and said, yo, listen, man, we're not playing no games, man. Is you in? And he the first one that jumped up and said, I'm in, man.
They have just been beaten down by the policies of this last administration. I'm really encouraged by what you're saying, because I think the toughest part of your job isn't the deportation. It's dealing with the propaganda from the other side saying that what you're doing is not compassionate, that it's not humanitarian.
Right. It's not what you did or what you didn't do. Right. It's these people holding your arms back and trying to stop you from doing your job before you can even get it done.
And what do you plan to do? I'm glad you mentioned the 300,000 children that are missing. But how are you going to deal with those kinds of attacks, even though you know that this open border has led to sex trafficking of children and an exponential increase of child labor, illegal child labor?
Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, or go to the top right, hit the 3 dots. We're looking at Tom Homan, you know, and they asked him, how is he going to deal with this? How is he going to really actually deal with this? Okay. And
frankly, I don't care what people think about me, especially on the left. Now, again, you know, when you have a historic crisis, a crisis this big, here's what they need to know. When you have a crisis this big that overwhelms the Border Patrol, where the majority of Border Patrol are no longer on patrol, they're making sandwiches, they're changing diapers, they're making baby formula, they're making hospital runs, they're making airport runs. When you take most of Border Patrol agents off the border to deal with humanitarian crisis, that's when the fentanyl comes across to kill 250,000 Americans. That's when the sex trafficking has increased 600%. That's when non-suspected terrorists has crossed this country. They've had a record of people on terrorist watch list that have been arrested at the southern border. That's why you have over 2 million gotaways. How many of them came from a country sponsoring terror? So I don't care what anybody's opinion is on illegal immigration. When you create a crisis this big, all these other bad things happen. Well, I think, look, it'd be great to have local law enforcement assist ICE, because, you know, one thing we heard during 9/11 report was we shouldn't have stovepipes. Law enforcement should work with law enforcement. But, you know, there's 2 things. Number one, under President Trump.
Salute, Roberto. Check out the Politics podcast. Everything else is some fuck shit. Double tap the screen. Get the likes up, y'all. Or go to the top right, hit the 3 dots. Oh, wait, no, double tap. Do whatever the fuck you want to do.
He was suing the sanctuary cities. DOJ suing the sanctuary cities, pulling federal funds. Of course, day one, when Joe Biden came in office, he stopped that.
Hey, yo, Black, tap in with me, man. Mac Mean True Story on IG, man. Unless you got my number, call me, right? I did the interview with Aguilar yesterday.
Lawsuit, so that has to be put back in place. And look, I've seen some of these Democratic governors say they're going to stand in the way. They're going to make it hard for us. Well, you know, a suggestion: if you're not going to help us, get the hell out of the way, but we're going to do it.
Out the way.
Let me add this: federal funding.
Like they really said, there's no theory there. There's no speculation. He said that they told him they're going to make it difficult for him. You know. Like, and he's simply saying, man, if you're not going to help us, get the fuck out the way.
Of course, day one, when Joe Biden came in office, he stopped that lawsuit. So that has to be put back in place. And look, I've seen some of these Democratic governors say they're going to stand in the way. They're going to make it hard for us. Well, you know, a suggestion: if you're not going to help us, get the hell out of the way, but we're going to do it.
That's right, and they don't run anything no more. We run the House. We run we run shit right now. Only thing they could do is just assist us. You know what I'm saying? And do their part. That's it.
This federal funding.
Submit. Bow down.
I think it's a big part of where I think they have leverage at.
Get out your emotions and understand the assignment. We need you. All right? We don't need you in your feelings. You're still American. And you're still Americans in power. Come on, the governor is powerful. They ain't just all turned red. All right? So that's what you call resistance. We're going to have some resistance. But listen, let's make it minimal resistance and let the resistance reflect what's good for the people. So if you're giving resistance, it's a righteous resistance. You're giving resistance because whatever they about to put in play is going to hurt the people. Not that it's going to hurt the corporation that you represent, not the your special interests. All right, get out the money and start getting back into the fight, and maybe God will bless you with the money again.
The Trump administration. If you are receiving federal funding and you do not cooperate with the federal government on federal established law, you should no longer get federal funding to in any capacity. How does the federal government say we want to enforce, just say, minor?
All right, Black, I got you. I'm gonna go to the side and pull it up. In the meantime, everybody double tap the screen, get the likes up. You're now rocking with Mac Mean. True story. All stories ain't true, but this one is. Go to the top right of your screen, hit the 3 dots. That's where the like button is.
Attractive stuff laws, right? If you mess with little kids, you're gonna go to jail. Federal law. Some states say, you know, we don't want to listen to that. Okay, just do whatever you want to do. That's not how it works. The way it works is, if you do not cooperate with the federal government, they shouldn't give you federal funding. The end. But then Scott Jennings had a lot to say in Tom Homan's defense, because the left is going crazy and trying to say deporting people is racist, when the first black president deported more people than any president in history up until that point.
Oh,
it wasn't racist when he did it.
Shit. Black Afghanistan. Salute to you.
It wasn't racist when he was separate.
The fucking the headline reads, let me get off of this real quick. I just gotta show it to y'all, man. I just gotta show it to y'all. This is on Candace Owens' channel. Hold up for 1 second, man. It says here, she just got off live. Trump just gave Elon Musk and Vivek their own department. Their own department. I wonder what that looks like. I wonder what the fuck that looks like. Yeah. And no. Yeah. No. This is definitely interesting. Let me like Candace Owens video. Y'all want to see this whole live? I'm gonna sift through it real quick. But salute to Black Afghanistan, man. You know that's interesting. Hey, somebody says that I stalk Candace Owens. It's weird. At Black Afghanistan, I prefer to think of them as government-funded family field trips back to where they came from. It's fun for the whole family. Yeah, it's like a great adventures trip, man. You know? And let's see if you can cash in those food stamps. Back in Mexico, wherever the fuck you came from. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's see when you go swipe that EBT card with that $17,000 on it. Let's see how well that shit swipes in your fucking next country. All right? Salute, man. They hate Americans. That's why I don't feel nothing for them. You know? I judge people on an individual basis. As groups, fuck them all. They ain't American. All right? They ain't American. That's how I feel. And it's not like fuck you as a person. It's just like if you're gonna do shit the wrong way, if things benefit you that can't, I call that imbalance. If I can't come to your country and tear your shit up and just go sit there and get everything I want and commit, you know what I'm saying, sell my dope and kill shit, nah.
In response, Nick Fuentes pepper sprayed this woman. This woman that you're looking at right here, she got pepper sprayed. I'm not laughing, you're laughing.
Okay, Elon Musk shit. Says Elon Musk and Trump got their own department. And look at her face. This is telling me something good. You see? Let me just get some backdrop on this. All right.
Run by a criminal, financial, and pharmaceutical global cartel. But I promise you that after this episode, your distaste for governance is going to scale to new heights because, okay, so let me just bring you up to speed. It's long been rumored that Trump would bring Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy into the new government. And now that he's won, much of what these two have said publicly about government in general and how they would fix it has grown increasingly relevant. So here is Elon Musk. This was just him last month during an appearance on the Tucker Carlson show. Listen to what he had to say.
Well, we just take a look at all the federal agencies and say, Do we really need whatever it is, 428 federal agencies?
Elon Musk, a bad motherfucker.
Like, there's so many that people have never even heard of, and that have overlapping areas of responsibility. We should, I don't know, probably we should get. I mean, there are more federal agencies than there are.
Yeah, they hating on her. They had snatched the channel. I predicted they would give it, but she would get it right back, and that's what happened. She got her channel back. While people was coming over here laughing, like, yeah, your girlfriend, Candace Owens, got a channel snatched. So what? She'll get it back, and her name is her name. She can make another channel. She can make a whole fucking site up, you know what I'm saying, and go viral. You know what I mean? Are you goofy? Are you soft? Are you soft? Are you soft?
Which means that we've created more than one federal.
We don't know you, but you know us.
Per year on average. That seems a lot.
Tucker.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Malcolm warned us of voters like you. Like what? Voters that like who? Like who? Me? Like me? That's supposed to be embarrassing to me. All right, Malcolm. You and Malcolm, 86,000 seconds. I don't give a fuck about no Malcolm. Who the fuck is Malcolm? Huh? Malcolm warned you about me? How do you even know I voted? Stupid fuck. Get out of here.
So we should have, that seems crazy. I think we should be able to get away with.
That's what's wrong with these people on the left. Y'all forgot what a man looked like. Okay? Let me just show you something. Look at me for a little while. Okay? Look at me for a little while. This is what a fucking man looks like. All right? Yeah, I still like gangster music. You know what I'm talking about? The fuck is wrong with you? I want to hold y'all hands. I'm American, bro. I was raised on the Dukes of Hazzard and NWA. What is y'all talking about, man? This is what America looks like right now. I'm a Muslim dude that don't wear a fucking suit because I ain't an Arab. I'm American, okay? If you proud to be American, spam this fucking chat for one. Let's call this God's work out, okay? Yeah, y'all forgot what. Yeah, I like to let my balls hang, okay? Still a man. I'm a man. This is a man's world, all right? And y'all, this is who y'all is. Spam this chat if you proud to be a fucking man. Not Meek Mill in a cage. Not Diddy. I'm talking about a real man. And ladies, if you like a real man, spam this chat with one, all right? Eggplant. Real niggas. What the fuck is wrong with being a man now? That makes it seem like it's a crime with being a man now. I'm a goddamn man, all right? One leg at a time. One fucking leg at a time. You're a man and you're proud of that shit. You listen to some country music, some ghetto music, some gangster music, some R&B, some, you know what I mean? This is America, man. They trying to be like us. We ain't trying to be like get in our country. We don't want to get in their country yet. We out here fighting, talking about who's Democrat. It don't matter if you're a Democrat or Republican. You're a whole fucking American. Send them back. Rant over. Get y'all shit together out here, man. Acting like there's something wrong with being a man. Tom Homan, oh, he gonna tighten that border up, man. I like the team, man. Yeah, I like the team. Salute to everybody that's proud to be a man. That's proud to have a dick between their legs and don't want to get it cut off. That shit is mental illness, man. If my son came to me and told me he wants to take his penis off his body, you know something? We making America great again. If my son told me that he wants to take his penis off his body, that's not making America great again, in my opinion. Okay?
99 agencies.
Stand up like a man. There's nothing wrong with being a man. Okay? Yeah, a regular man. Care how ugly you is. I don't care how feminine you feel. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, don't go cut your thing off, man. You're disrespecting your mother and your father and God. My opinion. Back to the show. I'm sorry. I gotta go nuclear once in a while. Like I said, I still listen to gangster music. All right? Still American. This is where it started at. Gangster music ain't gangster to me. When they talking about what's going on out there, when they talking about drilling shit, oh, I pay attention. I pay attention. See, I study this shit. I don't just enjoy it no more. You know what I enjoy? I enjoy Brand Nubian and fucking songs like that from back in the days. Today, it's a study. It's a study of our reality, just like when Marvin Gaye was talking. That's a study of the times they were going through. You know what I'm saying? Some people speak for the times. Some people speak for themselves. But whatever it is, it comes from here. When you go to another country and they decide to start kidnapping people, they don't care. When they look at you, whether you white, black, or whatever, they look at you as an American. Even if you cut your thing off. Once you know what I'm saying? Man, God forbid, man. I'm glad them people ain't win.
I don't know. That seems a lot like a lot of agencies.
It's a lot. Yeah. 2 per state. That's a lot.
Yeah. Afghanistan for giving me a healthy aversion to where I was going. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Exactly. We should have fewer agencies.
Jay Rico, do God's work. I'm not even paying attention to the chat right now. I just seen your shit randomly.
And
we're not talking about Elon Musk being American. This is not what I'm talking about. All right, I'm talking about me being a man and American. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I was capping at the people that make it seem like there's something wrong with letting your balls hang, but wanting to fuck a woman and not a man. I don't even fuck with people that fuck men. Men that fuck men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have too many of those friends. You dig? That's just how it goes. I'm not saying I have anything against them, but to me, it's like, in my opinion, it feels like mental illness. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when you try to make that seem like you want everybody to be like that, and if they're not, if they act like they men, it's almost like there's a war on being a man. Shouldn't be like that, man. Live how you want to live and enjoy that time. You know what I'm saying? And when you die and you got to answer to your God, you know what I mean? Then, hopefully you have some sufficient answers on why you was running around with panties with dick holes. Okay? That's your business. Between you and God. When you try to put that on the kids and shit like that, you try to impose that on them, and when you try to ignore the fact that a lot of these people that end up having those surgeries and stuff like that and doing that commit suicide, then you're not being fair. It's like selling somebody cigarettes without putting a warning on the joint. You feel me?
It shouldn't have overlapping responsibilities.
What I'm saying is don't pump that to these people and not let them know the stats that come with that sort of decision.
We need we just need a review of regulations to say which ones are sensible and which ones are not.
So in case you missed it, we have 428 government agencies.
And just to be petty, there's a lot of people that's not American that's in high government places. High government places. All right? Deportation doesn't have anything to do with people that enter this country the right way and succeed. Man, they can run for office. They can do whatever they want to do. We're not talking about that. Race is not a requirement, you know what I'm saying, in government. Sorry. Let's double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up or hit the 3 dots at the top right. All right? Got my girlfriend, Candace Owens, up here.
Can you name them all? Can you name even 10 of them? I mean, it's just completely absurd to think that government has grown this big. And obviously, as government grows big, the individuals grow small because every time you're going to work.
That's Elon Musk and Vivek get their own department. I like him.
You got to pay these agencies. And you're going, what are they doing? We can't even get a pothole paved in time. We look everywhere across America. It's gotten so ugly. And as I said, we're just being taxed into oblivion. I mean, what exactly are these agencies doing? And this is one of the reasons, by the way, that I got involved, you might recall, very early on with Vivek Ramaswamy's presidential campaign. I really liked the fact that he was rich. Now, I know that you're probably going, you like that he was rich? Yes, because our minds are so warped about that. It is good to have wealthy people running for office because then you know that when you send them to DC, they're not going there to get rich. They've already made
Right. There you go. There you go. She gets it. That's why we like people that's already paid. You know what I'm saying? And when you throw that about Trump, they ignore that fact that boy don't need no money. He don't. He's 80 years old, man. What the hell is he gonna do with a bunch of more money? And everybody in his family's already rich and set for life. They're aristocrats.
money. And I like that
He begins the legacy of aristocracy in his family. Trust me, everybody from this point forward is going to be in politics. They're going to rear them for that.
he was speaking about this topic, how we needed to slash government budgets. And you can also listen to him on Tucker Carlson. He went on a couple of months ago to speak about how we needed to fire all of these bureaucrats. Take a listen.
The mass deportation of millions of unelected federal bureaucrats out of the DC bureaucracy. And I do think that is what's going to save this country. But you can't do that. I think you actually can.
Wow. Wait. Let me go back. That shit sounded dangerous, what he just said, man. No cap.
The mass deportation of millions of unelected federal bureaucrats out of the DC bureaucracy. And I do think that is
unelected federal
going to save this country. But you can't do that.
Unelected official bureaucrats. I gotta go look that shit up. That shit sounds slick. You know what I mean? I don't know everything, man. I don't claim to know anything, and this is not church. Although we are responsible for doing God's work, I don't know what the fuck he just said. That shit sounded slick. It almost sounded like they about to do a massive shift in government. That's what it sounds like to me. Am I bugging out, Kenny?
Couple of months, slash government budgets. And you can also listen to him speaking about this topic, how we needed to slash government budgets. And you can also listen to him on Tucker Carlson. He went on a couple of months ago to speak about how we needed to fire all of these bureaucrats. Take a listen.
The mass deportation of millions of unelected federal bureaucrats out of the DC
bureaucracy.
And I do think that is what's going to save this country.
But you can't do that.
I think you actually can.
You can't fire. We can all be fired. I've been fired many times. I'm sure you just lost a presidential race. Like we've all. The only group that cannot fail, that has actual tenure, is not Harvard professors.
Not even. Yep.
It's not even. Yep. It's federal bureaucrats. Amy Wax just got, tenure is no protection at all compared to the protection of federal employees.
Our unelected elite. Let me read something to you people, right? Wow. Unelected federal bureaucracy. Unelected. America is increasingly polarized around elections. The unelected, how the unaccountable elite is governing us. Oh, wow. Let me look into this a little bit more. Let me understand this thing.
First of all, we have a president who I think has the spine to actually step up and do it. But the second thing is we actually have not to get too, in the weeds here, but we actually have a legal landscape.
Oh, I get it now. Now I know what he's saying. He's talking about not only are we going to come for the ops, but we're coming for the ops support now too. It said the bureaucrats, 90% of all federal bureaucrats are hired under regulations, right, of the civil service system. Most of them take a written examination administered by the Office of Personnel Management, OPM, and they meet selection criteria such as training, education levels, or prior experience. So they're just basically putting in the application for this. They're not getting selected. So I understand. And those people are maybe those. What are those? Are those the lobbyists? I got to look into this a little bit more because this shit sounds like a massive shift in government is about to happen. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, or go to the top right and hit the 3 dots. All right, do me that favor and share this video, man. Share it on your Messenger, Facebook. Share it with a homie. You heard?
what couldn't have been done in the last half century.
But they have a moral right to work from home 10 hours a week at our expense at a far higher wage than the average American.
Oh, absolutely. So the funny thing is,
but they have a moral right. You can't complain about.
You actually brought up a really interesting dimension of this. If you literally just mandated that they have to actually show up to work Monday through Friday, I know, radical idea.
They don't go to work.
Actually, a good number of them would quit that way. Right. That step alone. So you don't even have to talk about.
Word. I'm about to sign up to be a bureaucrat right now. Let me go look up at that. Let me see if I got the education for this shit.
Mass firing, a mass exodus. Just tell them they have to come back 5 days a week from 8 p.m. to 6 p.m. Like many Americans, most Americans who work hard to earn a living in this country, just show up physically to work. You'd actually have about a 25% thinning out of the federal bureaucracy right there. So that's an easy first.
Oh, wow.
Okay, but we still haven't answered the question.
And this required them to go to work. You know what I mean? And that'll cut a big part of the budget.
What exactly it is that all of these agencies are doing. So I don't know.
Oh, yeah, thank you. So I want to know what they're doing. Explain it to me, boo.
Aware of this. Some of you guys might not be following government politics as much as I have been over the years, but Senator Rand Paul, who happens to be a legend, does this annual Festivus where he releases to the public a report on government waste. Okay, he just wants you to know what your government is actually spending money on. Okay. Are you ready to hate them forever? Because if you're listening to this after a long day of work, knowing that basically 45% of whatever it is that you earn is
Afghanistan, man, touchdown, man. I'm interested.
Going to go to the government. Let me tell you, you are about to be big mad because my jaw just hits.
Basically, they're going to show us how much money that the government is spending or wasting and where they're wasting the money at.
The floor every time.
Oh, shit. Somebody's going through. Yeah. Somebody is not coming home from work. This is whistleblowing shit right here, man. I wonder how much money they actually spend.
I learned this, the more that I learned about what we're spending on. Okay, I'm going to start slow. This is according to his report. According to the Office of Management Budget, the federal government spends more than $1.7 billion a year to maintain 77,000 empty buildings. Okay, $1.7 billion a year of our hard-earned taxpayer money is because they're like, we
OPM, Office of Personnel Management,
just don't want to get rid of these buildings, these 77,000 buildings. I guess they want to make sure that they have a real estate empire.
Oh, wait. Let me see. Wait. Let me see the first cost. I didn't realize. I passed over. I was looking.
$1 billion a year.
Hold up. All right, here we go. Sorry. If you're new here, double tap the screen. We'll go to the top right and hit the 3 dots. That's where the like button is at. You know what I'm saying? Candace, it looks like she's frozen. Give me 1 second. All right, here we go.
Slow. This is according to his report. According to the Office of Management Budget, the federal government spends more than $1.7 billion a year to maintain 77,000 empty buildings. Okay? $1.7 billion a year of our hard-earned taxpayer money is because they're like, we just don't want to get rid of these buildings, these 77,000 buildings. I guess they want to make sure that they have.
That's probably why nobody can't find a place to live. They own it all. Double tap the screen on the way in the door. If you got here from the shorts feed, and hit the three buttons on the top right if you can't find the like button.
A real estate empire. We also, and you guys probably know this one, U.S. officials testified that $38 million in COVID payments went to people that the United States government absolutely knew were dead. $38 million went to dead people. How does that exactly work? What does that actually mean? Why does this always feel and sound like it is simply money?
Like it's going in somebody's pocket. Shit ain't going nowhere.
Money laundering. It's going to get worse. I promise you. Always feel and sound like it is simply money laundering. It's going to get worse. I promise you. It's going to get so much worse. Then there's just tourism where they just send money and millions. For example, the United States Agency for International Development approved sending $6 million to boost tourism in Egypt. Most people can't even afford a flight out of the country, but they want to make sure that in the event that you can afford a flight out of the country.
Man, I wonder who's on the receiving end of these checks, man. That's a lot of fucking Skrilla.
That you consider maybe going to Egypt, so they send Egypt money. And in total, we have spent $100 million on Egyptian tourism. Why does this feel like money laundering? Also,
if y'all like my fire background, I had to randomly ask y'all that because me and Saladin was talking about it. Do y'all like that fire background? And double tap the screen, get the likes up, and spam the chat with ones or carrots if y'all like or does it disturb the show to some of y'all sometimes? Let me know.
NIH gave $2.3 million to inject beagle puppies with cocaine. Yeah, sweet little beagle puppies.
What?
Also, the NIH gave $2.3 million to inject beagle puppies with cocaine. Yeah, sweet little beagle puppies. They were like, hey, we are going to need $2.3 million to inject them with cocaine. And now I'm just thinking how much of that money went towards the cocaine? Why is the government so easily able to get cocaine? And what's going on here? What is the end goal here?
Oh, fuck.
Where, guess what? That wasn't even enough money, because even after getting all that money, they said that they didn't have the correct equipment to drug the puppies. So it sent the puppies over to a different laboratory, the same laboratory that had just received $13.5 million to inject.
Sorty said he doesn't like it, but that's just one person. Do y'all like the background? The fire? I think it's calming to me. You know what I'm saying? Make me want to slap the shit out of somebody that say they don't like it. But feel free to give me your real opinion.
Monkeys with Ebola.
I don't care if you like it or not. All right. I got a bunch of backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, man. Somebody told me they're gonna tell me soon. Let Candace Owens speak. Okay, check it out. If you want to see Candace Owens speak, here's the link for Candace Owens speak. Okay. Go do yourself a big favor and go fuck yourself. All right. Bye. All right. But yeah, do you like the background? I love the background. That's why I got it. I hand picked this background. I actually made it myself. I do got some other niggerish shit or whatever, or we could take it to that. Matter of fact, let's leave that there for a little while. Somebody said this shit makes them dizzy right there.
And tuberculosis and other deadly viruses. Okay, great. Now, just in case you're thinking this can't possibly get much worse, this is so insulting. Why am I working?
Hey, I warn you, man. If you're new here, man, I'm a Gemini, man. Most likely I'll flip on you if you don't tell me something that I like. Even if you know that you're lying to me, I accept the lie. Okay? Thank you.
Are they taking my money at all? Just listen to Rand Paul explain more of the things that our government.
The Lord the building, Jay Rico, too busy looking at her. Mac Mean, true story, nice background. See, Stacy Galore likes it. Fuck wrong with y'all. Enzo, salute. And look, one more thing. When I ask your opinion, I'm really asking you to agree with what the fuck I say. I'm not asking for your opinion. Fuck your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. You have such big muscle. You got the wrong name, man. Your name is Mr. A.L.
Has spent money on, okay? Things that you have to go
Thank
to.
you, Andrea. I see you. Thank you, Andrea.
Support the agenda of. Like, they need to fund.
A little distracting. Okay, so look, check it out. Let me, I'll try to ignore y'all. Let's just put that there. Let's just stabilize the situation, all right? All right? I would do this, but I'm not feeling that way. I'm feeling a little bit more dark. Okay, there we go.
These very...
wait, one more thing. Because we like to keep things maybe a little bit more bright. Let's get the orange going. All right. Or turquoise. Just go left.
Important programs.
I teach this shit.
Listen.
In the early 1970s, William Proxmire, a conservative Democrat, pointed out that the National Science Foundation was spending $50,000 to study what makes people fall in love. Now, that's a better, I think, topic for Cosmopolitan magazine than it is for a government study. Nowadays, it's gone up. We spent $1 million having young people take selfies of themselves while smiling, and then looking at it later in the day to see if looking at pictures of yourself smiling makes you a happier person. That cost you $1 million. We spent $1.5 million studying the mating call of the Panamanian frog to see if the mating call of the country frogs was different than the city frogs.
All these homeless people out here that need it, you know what I'm saying? Like, that need real help, man. Not this generic shit that, like, oh, well, we have this program. No, we need outreach, bro. We need, like, for each homeless person, we need somebody assigned to each person. And whether they mentally ill or they got some other thing going on, that's what our country needs. We need to give back to our people. We need to help people, man. You need to die helping people, man. That's all you need to do, in my opinion. You know, we got 10,000 homeless people. Okay, we'll have a caseload. Okay, one person to each 5 people. And that's your 5 days a week. That's your job. On Monday, you got bum number 1. I mean, excuse me. Okay. One guy has 5 homeless people to manage. Outreach. Check your facts. The new border czar is the guy that lost thousands of children during Trump's last fiasco. I think that we just finished explaining that a little while ago. You're kind of late, but I will check my facts. You know what I'm saying? The facts of the matter is I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. Should have got here earlier. Double tap the screen. Get the likes on.
Nearly $1 million studying the Japanese quail to see if they're more sexually promiscuous when they're on cocaine. I think we could have just polled the audience on that one.
Can't believe this shit.
Oh, what? You've never wondered what?
Anyway, listen, right? Now, let's get down to the nitty gritty, right? We got a lot of talk about Tom Homan. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, right? A lot of talk about Tom Homan, but let's look at what the policy actually looks like. Because they always say that we never see policy. Okay, this is what it's going to look like for you motherfuckers soon. All right, check it out.
Welcome back to CBS News 24/7. I'm Reed Cowan. So President
Tom Homan on what mass deportation immigration plans may look like.
Like Donald Trump shaping up the list of leaders joining him for a second term in the White House. He announced former ICE acting director Tom Homan will
Thank you, Stacey. Good Lord. God's work, baby girl.
take over border control. But listen to this. Homan had this to say to 60 Minutes just days before Donald Trump won the election.
I hear a lot of people say, the talk of a mass deportation is racist. It's threatening to the immigrant community. It's not threatening to the immigrant community. It should be threatening to the illegal immigrant community. But on the heels of historic illegal immigration crisis, that has to be done.
What would the largest deportation in American history look like to you?
Well, let me tell you what's not going to be first. It's not going to be a mass sweep of neighborhoods. It's not going to be building concentration camps. I've read it all. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But if mass deportation is not going to be, as you said, massive sweeps and concentration camps,
There'll be concentrated,
what is it?
There'll be targeted arrest.
He was also asked by our reporter there, what about separating families? He said families can be deported together. So let's bring in Bart Jansen right now on the stream for more on this. He's the Justice Department reporter for USA Today. What more do we know about his history on these immigration policies?
Well, he was a bit of a lightning rod during Trump's first administration when he was head of ICE. He was there at the time when they had a zero tolerance policy so that even those people applying for asylum were turned away. And that's what led to that, what was called a family separation policy, because what in effect happened was if the parents were detained separately from the children, then families got separated, and something like 5,000 or more children were separated from their parents. So he has been unafraid to conduct the strictest enforcement of immigration laws, and that's what we're expecting in this second term.
So a hardliner by many estimates. Stephen Miller also going to be a part of the Trump administration. He's also a hardliner on immigration issues. What say you about what he could do and what he could bring to realizing Donald Trump's promise to voters relative to immigration policy?
Well, Miller has been the architect.
Tom Homan got these motherfuckers trembling, man. I'm glad I'm not illegal. Shit, it'd be rough for a motherfucker right now, especially when you plant yourself in the country for so long. The motherfucker's shaking like Vegas crap dice right now.
And one of the most vocal
they know once they get out this time, they're not getting back in.
Of what they've been calling mass
forever. And trust me, there will be some permanent laws, you know what I'm saying, that's planted within our government to make sure this shit never happens again.
There are an estimated 11 million
bring across the world. They're gonna be going back to countries like, yo, America, no.
Immigrants who lack
And
legal.
that brings our value up. Trust me when I tell you, it makes us powerful as fuck just doing that. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if you had to go through hell to get to a country, you know, and you see all this shit on TV, you like, damn, but you can't get there. Not the wrong way.
Permission to be in the United States, and they have said they could target all of them. In more refined statements, Trump and his allies have said first they will target criminal aliens, and so deport them, get rid of them the fastest. But what's unclear to immigration advocates is that anyone who asks for asylum typically gets court hearings. Those hearings are backed up for years,
Right.
and so if they get rid of the hearing process, then that would perhaps move things more swiftly.
Bart Jansen.
I mean, I feel sorry for people's kids that get caught up in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but don't you think that before they expedite these moves, that they think about like what's going to happen, like to my kids if this doesn't work? Come on, man. I mean, come on, parents. Spam the chat with ones, man. If you agree with what I'm saying, that when you make these sort of life-changing moves, you wouldn't think about your family's well-being that you're pulling with you, especially if you're a pregnant woman. Am I saying this wrong?
This is not the biggest story. People are in need from conservatives were saying FEMA is diverting money, FEMA's doing this, FEMA's doing that, and they go, that's a conspiracy theory. See, conservatives, they just Trump said FEMA was doing, so they don't like FEMA. And you got a black woman who I would put my life on it. She voted for Kamala Harris, giving instructions for people to not approach people's houses with Trump signs on them. She admitted to it. She got fired. She should go to jail, but she got fired. We the conspiracy theorists, though. And look at what she did. Wrote a clip.
Stating that I was fired. They all alleged that these actions were made on my own recognizances and that it was for my own political advances. However, if you look at the record, there is what we call a community trend. And unfortunately, it just so happened that the political hostility that was encountered by my team, and I was on 2 different teams during this deployment, they just so happened to have the Trump campaign signage. FEMA always preaches avoidance first and then de-escalation. So this is not isolated. This is a colossal event of avoidance, not just in the state of Florida, but you will find avoidance in the Carolinas. Senior leadership.
Matt Gaetz, he votes for he puts in as Matt Gaetz comes in as Attorney General.
Will lie to you and tell you that they do not know. But if you ask the DSA crew leads and specialists what they are experiencing in the field, they will tell you. Demand for FEMA to give you those incident reports.
I don't care nothing about incident report. You guys biasly chose to avoid houses with Trump signs in them. I don't care if it was think about this for a minute. You know how silly that is? If you just say you go down the street and you get 3 Trump sign people that's hostile to you, well, avoid the rest of them. That's not every Trump person ain't the same. You can't say avoid somebody that have a political sign in their yard.
What do emergency responders, off-roaders, drone pilots?
Double tap the screen, people. Let's go. Or go to typewriter the screen and hit the 3 dots. That's where the like button's at. Let's get them things to 400.
Think about this. A Trump sign is not always an indication, or the lack thereof a Trump sign is not an indication that they don't support Trump. So you're telling me you go to a place where everybody probably supports Trump, but there's not a few people that decide to put a yard sign. Your avoidance should be based on action, not political campaign signs.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Because you can go to a yard.
Real quick. 737 votes. Will Trump do his thing? 86% of the people. The percentages is it's kind of like they've been the same for a little while. But most of the people believe that Trump will do his thing, you know, and we have yet to see, but the moves he's making now, this is what we're talking about right now.
They still the same.
Democrats still talking about the past as if Kamala could come back from the dead. We're talking about what we're going to do now for the future.
Trump supporters, these people, they just don't have a sign in their yard. But it was politically driven. You have never in the history of your life heard them do this to a Democrat.
Ever.
That's why y'all lost the election.
Damn
That's why
right.
y'all lost, playing games with people. That lady that should be some kind of crime she committed there. It has to be discrimination or something. Maybe it's a civil lawsuit or something. That is discrimination against people.
That's right.
And I think they should add that to the civil rights section where you can't discriminate against a person based on their political views. Because political views is just like religion and just like all this other stuff. People are entitled to have a political perspective. They're entitled to vote for who they want to. You can't discriminate against somebody because
the Dream Team. Tom Homan, Mike Waltz, Marco Rubio, and Stephen Miller. We're going to find out about these people. Because it's very simple. It's just a name until we understand the person, right? That way we could get a track record of what they did and stuff like that. We could advance this story here, you know? What's the storyline? We're trying to see what's the truth and how does the truth service us.
With allies, outsiders, and controversial choices, Donald Trump has to navigate America through a tumultuous period, with uncertainty both at home as well as in the world.
Stephen Miller, Trump's hardline architect.
Turned to the White House. Miller helped craft many of Trump's hardline speeches and plans on immigration that included the travel ban on a number of Muslim-majority countries.
So he's the dude that's responsible for writing up the stuff that Trump talks about.
Administration could take further unprecedented steps to enact those deportations, including deploying National Guard troops from red states to enter uncooperative blue states.
Wow. If y'all don't do the right thing, we send the military over there to enforce what you're supposed to do.
Who's going to be the first Latino to serve as America's top diplomat once the Republican president-elect takes off.
Hear that again.
25. Rubio is known to be a leading China and Cuba hawk in the Senate and a vocal advocate for strengthening ties with India. On Iran, Rubio called for the reimposition of a maximum pressure campaign against the regime.
Wow, so he's the guy with the relationships to India. I mean, that's the missing piece because Trump is, being passed up with Putin. Putin got China and North Korea, and a lot of Africa. So obviously, he's the guy that's being put in place because he holds the relationships with India. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, right? And share this video on your Facebook for me.
War in Afghanistan.
Of anybody that that's into these type of conversations, if you argue with somebody from the left, share it with them on purpose.
So-called woke military that the former president has derided as soft and too focused on diversity and equity programs.
Appreciation. I hope y'all heard what he said. He said that those states that's on the blue that don't want to comply, they're going to send the military over there. And the military from another country, they're going to import some people over there to go in your state, man. It might get funky out here, man. That's scary. I ain't going to lie. Even as a Trump supporter, it's scary as fuck because, I believe that we should have a certain amount of radical in us when we dealing with other countries, but not when we dealing with our own country. There need to be something else in place to make sure that we're not out here fighting each other. State to state.
Experts prefer to call the de facto leader of the Trump campaign tipped to be White House power broker, Susie Wiles, often concealing herself behind a pair of polarized aviators. Susie Wiles, is a seasoned Republican campaign manager who played a key role in the election victories of Ronald Reagan, Ron DeSantis, and Donald Trump in both 2016 and 2024, making history.
Oh, she behind the scenes busting moves.
Staff in the United States. She is the first member of Trump's team to be announced. Susie is tough, smart, innovative, and is universally admired and respected.
She's probably rich too. Can't be bought. Can't be bought. I'm going to look up how much money she has.
President-elect Donald Trump announced on November 10th that Tom Homan, former acting director of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, will take the reins of border security in his new administration. Mass deportations and housing migrants in camps were a key part of Trump's pitch on the campaign trail. Trump spoke favorably of Homan. During campaigning, Trump firmly said, and I quote, "I have Tom Homan lined up. We have the greatest people."
Keep it real. Our so-called camps look way better than those fucking. Our so-called camps look like fucking 5-star hotels compared to where they coming from. Imagine they did it right. They wouldn't ever have to see a holding cell ever.
That's what he's doing.
That's what I think when I'm committing crime. I'm thinking, damn, when I'm in the cell, I don't complain that I'm in the cell. I don't say that, what about my child? I talk, you know what I mean? You better call your baby mama up. It's her problem now. It's not the government's fault based on because of the decisions you decide to make. You know, like straight up. And you talking to an ex-felon. You talking about a dude that had 20 years before.
Elon Musk, who turned into a full-fledged cheerleader for Trump and who holds billions in federal contracts, has reportedly sought a role in a second Trump administration in charge of the regulators that oversee him. As per The Guardian, the world's wealthiest person has proposed the establishment of a Department of Government Efficiency. However, Trump has been acknowledging one thing, that Musk is probably too busy for a cabinet-level role.
We have Vivek.
Vivek. Hey, yo, listen, Vivek. I call him Vivek, right? Vivek. Oh, man, they call him the dark horse.
Can you keep it down to 2 minutes? Come on, let's go. Get up here, Vivek. What a mouthpiece on him, oh boy. It's like a machine gun.
Hey, yo, Trump out here wilding. Hey, yo, Trump, that was kind of crazy, brother.
Nigga, you gay.
I want you to give it up for the greatest president of the 21st century standing right here, Donald J. Trump. We had a secure border, a growing economy. People were living prosperous lives with crime.
This cat right here, we might be looking at our next president right here. This cat right here, if everything go, you know what I'm saying? Like, we might be looking at our next president, this cat.
A former biotech entrepreneur and recent GOP presidential candidate, who has been addressed as Trump's number 2 in the past.
Rich as fuck.
38-year-old entrepreneur turned politician may have suspended his 2024 presidential campaign after disappointing performance in the Iowa caucuses, but his political journey is far from over. Trump has praised Ramaswamy as a strong supporter and fantastic guy. However, he never confirmed the exact nature of his role in Trump 2.0.
The wild card, Robert F. Kennedy, the fucking wild card, brought old money out, man, old relationships. This dude right here is connected more than Trump in the political world. RFK, oh man, he's tied the fuck in. When he switched over, man, the left went crazy, yo.
That are going to give them cancer and chronic disease. And don't you want a president that's going to make America healthy again?
Trump's openness to appointing Kennedy has sparked considerable debate due to Kennedy's views on vaccine safety and public health. Trump.
That's a fact, Sean. I got to look up Matt Getz. I got to look him up a little bit more. I got to get in the know with him. Tulsi's a bad. Oh man, man, she's running neck and neck with Candace in my book. Talking about the way she look or nothing. I'm talking about her, the way she thinks. You know, she was another one that switched over that they lost it.
Of appointments.
You gotta remember when these people, these powerful voices in the political world switch over, they're taking hundreds of thousands of people with them, because you gotta remember they're also very big media personalities. Like Tulsi's channel is jumping. Not only does she got the right on the side, but she also has the military because of her military background. She's a tough mother effer, you know.
With allies, outsiders, and controversial choices, Donald Trump has to navigate America through
Trump draining the swamp
at home as well as in the world. One of the architects of Trump's family separation policy during his first term in office, Stephen Miller, will return to the White House. Miller helped craft many of Trump's hardline speeches and plans on immigration.
All right, okay. Now, I want y'all to, if y'all want to go down the rabbit hole real quick, right? This is totally left. We're going to get back on topic in a quick second, right? But we have a rapper. His name is PNB Rock. He was gunned down at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. And the news was that his address or his location was leaked, and that's what led to him dying. And they kind of like blamed it on his wife that was with him when he got gunned down. Right here, I got the video of the actual shooting, right? And in this shooting, we find out that it wasn't his wife who set him up. They got the people that set him up on camera, the whole plot, everything, man. Check this out, man. It's just sad, man. All this money they spending, doing goofy shit with billions of dollars. They could be putting some more money, investing money into these the situations that we have on these streets that's taking these rappers' lives.
Special edition of True Crime News.
Rappers allowing their lives to be taken based off of their actions. Whether that's being reckless and not knowing who you really are and the eyesight of the public. And I think that this was what happened here, man. He got lined up by some old ass goofy gangsters.
Hip hop star from Philadelphia who performed with Ed Sheeran and Chance the Rapper until the artist known as PNB Rock was gunned down while eating lunch with his fiancée. A True Crime News exclusive, never before seen surveillance video of the crime as it unfolded. The father and
it's fucking sad, man.
son suspects trying
because you want to know what the saddest part about this, and this is the only spoiler I'm gonna give y'all, is that after they didn't even give him a chance, they just shot him up and took all this shit off systematically and robbed his wife before they left.
Cover their tracks. Was it pre-planned or a robbery gone wrong? I sit down with the lead prosecutor to get exclusive new details.
He sets it on fire blocks away from his residence and walks back home.
What PNB Rock's fiance, the mother of his daughter, told police after he was murdered right in front of her. And there's finally justice for PNB Rock. Your daily source for true crime starts right now. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Rakim Allen, better known as rapper PNB Rock, a hip-hop artist from Philadelphia, was shot and killed while having lunch with his fiancée here in Los Angeles. Today, True Crime News has exclusive, never-before-seen videos and interviews that shed new light on what really happened that day. A camera lens is trained on a restaurant parking lot and also inside. This footage recording in real time a major heist and murder about to go down. A spontaneous stop at an iconic Los Angeles restaurant collides with gold, greed, and bullets, ending in carnage and one of the East Coast's rising rap stars lying in a pool of blood.
He was a guest in our community and was gunned down by a cowardly act.
He was P&B Rock, a Philadelphia rapper with a loyal following and a taste for extravagance. His real name was Rakim Allen, but he fashioned his stage name after the streets where he grew up.
P&B Rock was paying homage to his neighborhood, and Pastorius and Bainton was the areas of the streets in which he lived on. So he came up with the name P&B Rock.
Featured in major music magazines like Rolling Stone's 10 New Artists You Need to Know and XXL's Freshman Class of 2017.
As an artist, he straddled the fence between R&B and rap, and that's something that a lot of people couldn't do.
R&B historian Tyrone Dubois says P&B was a master at meshing music genres.
How significant was it that he came from the Philadelphia area?
P&B Rock's success was based upon the one thing that very few people are able to do: rise from the ashes and make the negativity in his life turn into something positive.
His own story was tightly linked to the energy of the streets, where he learned about violence early on.
His father passed away based on a gang war.
His older brother was murdered, so he himself experienced death at an early age.
P&B Rock posted about his brother's death on X, sharing, "It ain't right," but he'd push past the grief and pain through music.
He started off selling out of his trunk and then becoming noticed and observed.
P&B landed a record deal and launched hit songs like Issues, which showcases his love of expensive jewelry. As the money poured in, the rapper often showed off the rewards by posting to social media, mostly highlighting his love for expensive jewelry.
No P&B on top. Yeah.
A love that would ultimately cost him his life.
That's seriously.
Not for bragging, but for, celebrating yourself, celebrating your wealth, celebrating the success that you've made in the industry, which I do believe made him an instant target at that particular time.
It was September 12th, 2022. P&B Rock and his fiancée, Stephanie Sibanhung, who is the mother of his daughter, stop at the iconic Roscoe's in South LA.
He had 2 watches, several chains, rings on his fingers, and these are not just costume jewelry. Chains that, do gain attention.
For those who may not know, where they chose to eat is not a celebrity haunt. This is where you go when you want to fly under the radar.
Absolutely. I said, quite frankly, $500,000 reasons, $500,000 worth of reasons to come and take advantage of this young man.
P&B Rock and Stephanie had been partners for years, visiting LA for a business meeting and to celebrate an engagement party for fellow rap star T Grizzly, where the partiers compared their assets on social media posts.
Come on, man. AP's rollies. Yeah.
But P&B Rock and Stephanie dressed down to head to Roscoe's, and Stephanie had raised concerns about him wearing so much jewelry in a restaurant. He declined, telling her it's in God's hands.
People love the renewal by Anderson Installers. Learn what else they love, including this month's deal.
My bad, y'all.
If you need work done around
the screen, get the lights up.
This surveillance footage shows P&B Rock and Stephanie walking in. It's lunchtime, 12:28 p.m. As they wait, a man seated to the right fist bumps the rapper, but the couple is quickly taken to a table. The waitress can later be seen bringing their food. Stephanie posts a photo of their meal to Instagram, geotagging the restaurant's South LA location. But what they don't know, outside in the parking lot, a plot is being hatched to rob the rapper of the $500,000 in jewelry that he's wearing.
Although it was 12:30, I think this was like a Tuesday. This was not a day that you would think that you need to keep your head on the swivel or be alert to crime or someone trying to jack me, rob me, steal from me.
But at 1:16 p.m., a gunman walks inside ready to score.
There was some sort of verbal exchange at this point.
At 1:17 p.m., the unarmed security guard notices the commotion and flees. Seconds later, P&B Rock is shot. His fiancée, Stephanie, restaurant patrons, and employees watch in horror. Others flee. 1:22 p.m. LAPD officers arrive on the scene within 5 minutes. They attempt to save the rapper, who is still breathing. 3 bullets have ripped through his chest and back. The crime scene, a mix of blood, jewels, and the gun PNB Rock had stored in his belt, resting on
thirsty fucking bum. And he had the strap on him. This kid ain't even give him a chance to get the chain off his fucking neck. He just started shooting.
On the table. Standing in the door.
And it's these 2 old goofies' fault, man. Probably didn't get more than fucking $7,000, $10,000 for that shit. If that.
Roscoe's a traumatized Stephanie carries her phone, but as she runs to join PNB Rock in the ambulance, LAPD officers escort her to their car. Stephanie is soon at headquarters answering questions.
No, but he was practicing the Second Amendment. He had his strap on him. He just didn't get it out because the dude just killed him. He didn't give him. He wanted to kill him. That was it. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to know if he's alright, and I don't care. Can we call the hospital to see if he's okay?
Watch how this whole shit unfolds. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, or hit the 3 dots at the top right. Subscribe to the channel. It's free. Mac Mean, true story. We down the rabbit hole. If y'all ready to go down the rabbit hole, put them carrots in the chat. Spam the chat with carrots.
We're back now with more of our exclusive investigation into the murder of Philadelphia rapper PNB Rock.
LAPD is on scene at Roscoe's in South LA, where bullets had been flying just minutes before.
No.
Philadelphia rapper PNB Rock has been shot 3 times and is barely holding on, as seen in exclusive footage obtained by True Crime News. Officers pull the rapper's distraught fiancée back as she appears to reach for an item on the floor, later revealed to be PNB's diamond pendant from his necklace. As cops work the scene, word quickly spreads. PNB Rock was dead, and the questions begin.
A murder occurred following a posting on Instagram or social media. The posting of that may have led to these individuals learning where he was at.
Social media users immediately start blaming Stephanie's geotagged Instagram post showing her meal.
It's my fault. Oh my God.
Stephanie blames herself, as seen in this police interview video hours after the murder.
Honestly, I mean, it was low key. There wasn't no one in here. When we posting the chicken and the waffles.
This is unfortunately happening way too often.
Just 2 years earlier, New York rapper Pop Smoke was robbed and killed in the Hollywood Hills after thieves learned his location from a social
Rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
media post.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever thought?
Double tap the screen to get the lights up, please. If that doesn't work for you, go to the top right, hit the 3 dots.
Nicki Minaj posting on X, after Pop Smoke, there's no way we as rappers or our loved ones are still posting locations to our whereabouts.
Stephanie, I wouldn't sit here and blame yourself. You guys did wrong too. That's a lot of jewelry on.
Yeah, I told him to take it off.
As Stephanie replays the tragic moments for cops, she is pleading to understand what happened to PNB.
My text messages, everybody's saying sorry for your loss. What is the media saying? Is he okay?
Nearly a minute passes.
I'm sorry.
He passed away.
Who did
Are you serious?
Yes. Okay.
She appears to be in shock.
Very sorry. Do you have people out here that's going to be by your side?
He's alright.
But as cops continue their questions, they soon learn from Stephanie herself someone in the restaurant that day seemed suspicious after spotting PNB's bling.
How did they know you guys were in there? Besides the posting of anything.
Felt like he got set up.
Before long, the deputy DA confirms their investigation shows PNB was set up, and Stephanie's post had nothing to do with it.
In that photograph was only the food. There wasn't an arm or jewelry or any type of wearable items, nothing valuable on the post. That could not have given enough time to orchestrate a plan.
Instead, it all started with a man named Tremont Jones.
Does anybody know who they are when they walk in?
Immediately, Tremont Jones, the gentleman who was sitting right inside the door that fist bumped PNB Rock, knew who he was. Tremont Jones loiters at the Roscoe's. That's just his hangout spot.
Detectives soon gathered hours of surveillance video that pieces together exactly
all of their lives, at all of their lives.
Exactly what happened in the minutes leading up to PNB's murder and after. From the moment Tremont walks outside, he alerts another man named Freddie Trone to come to Roscoe's. Prosecutors say
Another bum, two old ass fucking bums sitting in front of Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles waiting for a rapper to come by. And then send a 17-year-old dude to do the work, and the guy fucks up the whole job and kills the dude.
they acted like two old school gangsters.
So how is it that Tremont Jones tells Freddie Trone who and what is going on?
The information was relayed, who and what.
And they all snitch on each other.
And the opportunity to get maybe $500,000 is sitting inside this restaurant.
It wasn't the first time PMB was targeted in LA. He talked about it with podcaster DJ Academics over a week before the Roscoe shooting.
You know, somebody tried me on Fairfax, like mid-pandemic. He's not on Fairfax. LA is like they.
And that's why he was strapped. That's why he had the gun on him, because they already was trying him out there.
Bold.
At Roscoe's, surveillance cameras record Freddie Trone arriving in the parking lot. He chats with Jones.
They're speaking, and at this point is where my position is that the conspiracy was triggered.
Trone leaves, but quickly returns with his own 17-year-old son.
The son is dropped off. He exits the rear driver's side, and he has a full face covering and this very distinctive purple Fruity Pebbles shirt.
Cops say Tremont Jones stays outside as the teen brushes past him.
Once he's inside, Tremont Jones knows plan is in action. And at that point, we're seconds away from seeing a muzzle flash captured inside a very grainy camera inside Roscoe's.
Stephanie recounts the horrifying minute-by-minute details when the 17-year-old approaches them.
As soon as he walked in, he pointed the gun at his stomach. He said, "Give me all that, I'll shoot you right now." And he just started shooting him. He took his rings off, necklaces off, took his two watches off, and he made me take my watch off. He said, "Give me that right now, I swear to God, I'll shoot you in the head."
Oh,
man. So scary.
Before he flees, the teenage gunman can be seen snatching diamond jewelry from PNB's body. Prosecutors say the gunman's dad, Freddie Trone, was outside in a waiting car, and all the suspects made a quick getaway.
Rapper PNB Rock was only 30 years old when he was
The
shot
part when they start ratting on each other.
to death during a robbery.
Share this video, double tap screen. Let's get them likes up to 500, man. We got a lot of people that voted today, man. It seems like people are on Trump's side, man. They think that we're gonna make this country great again.
We continue now with our exclusive investigation into his murder.
In Philadelphia, fans of rapper PNB Rock gather in the neighborhood where he grew up, dancing to his music and celebrating his life. And Los Angeles police are on the trail of his killers. This surveillance video shows Freddie Trone and his teenage son walking near their apartment minutes after the shooting. The son has changed clothes and not long after tosses a bag into a dumpster.
You think they threw away their clothes that would have all sorts of incriminating evidence?
As far as the shooter, yes.
Early the next morning, cops say Freddie Trone leaves the apartment and torches the getaway car. The same car seen picking up the hitman at Roscoe's.
So the car is a Buick Enclave. He sets it
This
on
is worse than the dudes that killed FBG Duck. They got everything.
fire blocks away from his residence and walks back home.
Investigators learned the car is registered to Freddie's wife, Chantel Trone. Soon,
So, it's a hideous looking woman right here, man. Hey, can y'all roast this woman's face? It's her car. She gets locked up too, right?
Chantel and the suspected 17-year-old son and gunman are arrested.
Oh, so her son, tall.
But Freddie Trone is nowhere to be found.
The block is hot. Of course, he's wanted now. His face is now on internet beside PNB Rock.
Freddie flees to Las Vegas. The DA says his girlfriend, Wynesha Evans, drives him out of town.
So that's where I call her side chick, but Miss Evans rents a vehicle and she drives him to Nevada.
But before long, Trone is captured. LAPD homicide investigators head to Vegas and grill him as heard in this exclusive interrogation audio.
He goes by PNB Rock. This is the case that we're investigating right now.
That's really unfortunate. So
Freddie denies he and his wife are involved in the Roscoe's murder.
if y'all figure this guy, my son did it, why didn't hurt?
You're in here for murder. For 187.
If my son did it, why you got me in here? Because he's your son, and we got you on camera telling him to rob this dude and kill him.
But cops can pin Freddie, his son, and others to the heist and murder through the hours of surveillance footage. Trone, Tremont
For some gold. Look at these ugly people.
Jones, his wife,
Look at these ugly ass people. The Wynesha one looked like a whole baboon.
and girlfriend, along with his juvenile son,
Allegedly.
all face charges.
One thing that Freddie Trone said on the stand that I really highlighted is he himself said his son was dangerous.
In a Los Angeles courtroom, Freddie Trone is convicted of murder and robbery. Tremont Jones is found guilty of robbery and conspiracy to commit robbery. Freddie's wife, Chantel Trone, pleaded no contest to accessory after the fact, and Wynesha Evans pleaded guilty to accessory after the fact.
Did you ever find the jeweler?
God bless PNB Rock, right? Now, I know a lot of y'all seen this, what I'm about to show y'all, but I want to run it by y'all because I got the video of it. I got the dude. He live streams attempted murder of child safety worker inside an office, right? This dude, they thought he was dead by the time this guy was finished with him. Check this story out.
Out of the hospital, recovering at home, but this incident is raising concerns about safety. And again, we want to warn you, this video is disturbing. A vicious, unprovoked attack recorded by the attacker, streaming live on Facebook as police say he attempted to kill a state employee. Mesa police say this happened on Tuesday around 5 p.m. inside this building at Alma School Road in Southern, an Arizona Department of Child Safety office. The suspect, DeAndre
The government building. Watch what this dude fools out and do.
Terrell Johnson beginning his live stream as he sat down with a DCS employee to discuss his case involving his children.
With all this DCS, I want to introduce you so that we can have a proper introduction on this.
Growing agitated when the employee doesn't want to be in his live stream.
I want to introduce you. Don't be afraid. You hold a public position, man.
At the end of the hour-long meeting,
Oh, coward, man. Like some people was out there praising this, y'all. They was praising him for doing this shit right here. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that this is not the example you want to set for your kids, especially when you go viral for this. What you gonna say later on in life? You know, yo, my pop's so real that he did. Nah, your pop's so real that he went to jail for some goofy shit that he and now we see why they was investigating you. If you had any doubts before, if they saying that you were violent, you know what I mean? You're just proving it right here, man. And only a coward fucks up a person that he know. Yo, this is a coward. He's gonna have a bad bid. The muscles ain't gonna mean shit in jail. Trust me. Look what he's doing to this guy.
puts the employee in a chokehold, attempting to strangle him.
Now watch what he say to him while he got him in the camera.
2 minutes go by.
My mother's on my Facebook, man. My mother would see me doing some shit like this to somebody, man. Now I want y'all to take a look at this, right?
You was a mother. Damn me.
The employee doesn't appear to be moving.
You was a dead man.
Look at this.
Then you hear witnesses in the background.
You was a dead man.
Look at him. You look at him. If he got the wrong family member in jail, then you a dead man. There's nobody, this right here, Howard. And watch what he was in there for in the first place. He acted like, you know what I'm saying? It's your own child is the reason why you up in there have to answer to the peoples in the first place.
The whole attack lasting 2.5 minutes.
Oh, you are foul.
I make my point.
He's still breathing. He said he's still breathing. I didn't make my point. You ain't want to kill nothing, man. You did not want to kill nothing, man.
Records obtained by 12 News show multiple people called 911 and Johnson left. First responders finding the victim lying on the ground injured in an altered state of consciousness. As he was taken to the hospital, police began their search for Johnson, and when they found him, he
attempted murder. Now he would have just went in with a fight if he wouldn't announce the fact on the camera that you a dead man. This is, and he's not dead yet. So it shows, or it's going to show the jury, right? Which I don't think that he was trying to kill him, because he wanted to kill him, he just killed him, right? But you trying to make a point and trying to be extra tough just got extra years put on you. This is a dumb motherfucker right here. He deserved to get a fucking baton up his.
growing agitated when the employee doesn't want to be in his live stream.
I want to introduce you. Don't be afraid. You hold a public position, man.
At the end of the hour-long meeting,
He's alive. It says an attempted murder of child safety worker inside government building or office. Coward. Oh, coward.
Johnson puts the employee in a choke.
Sad. I wonder if we could zoom into his paperwork right there. You know what I'm saying? My crew is petty. You know what I'm saying? Chat. If y'all could zoom into that shit. Let me see. Let me make the pixelation a little bit higher. Let's see if we can zoom into that paper.
Cold.
Signature on the paper. Right? Can somebody screenshot that right quick and tell me what the fuck is on this? Matter of fact, let me do it myself.
To strangle him. 2 minutes go by.
He was a dead man.
The employee doesn't appear to be moving.
He was a dead man.
Then you hear witnesses in the
We can't tell what it says. Now there's blood is all over the paper.
background.
He was a dead man.
Double tap screen. Let's get the likes up. I'm gonna show you why we need these. I always go into my rant about defunding the police and stuff. When I hear that shit, it just triggers me in the wrong way. Not that I'm police friendly, because I'm from a different world, but I do know that there's a need for these people out here. Right? This right here is body cam. 2 Wisconsin cops killed in a deadly shootout with a man who was trained to kill. You know what I'm saying? This might cause a trigger warning. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people that got families as officers and stuff like that. But this right here,
he's got a rifle.
This right here is crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? They get gunned down, man.
Yeah, we see it. It's on his left.
The Wisconsin Department of Justice released dozens of photos.
Get the likes up. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up in this joint. All right. Let's check this out, man. This is savage right here.
In videos to Law and Crime Network, showing what led up to the deadly shooting on April 8th. It happened in Barron County, about 2 hours east of Minneapolis. Chautauqua police officer Emily Breidenbach and Cameron police officer Hunter Scheel pulled over an SUV driven by 50-year-old Glenn Douglas Perry. Perry was armed with a rifle.
Both officers are down. He's set up with a rifle.
327 Baron, I'm only copying parts.
Yeah, man, it's crazy out here.
Is he still on scene?
327, we have two officers down. He is
Well,
set up with
I hate to disturb the show, but Ming is here, and I didn't know he was here, man. Or maybe I was just looking over Ming's things, right? Thank you for sending me his picture, Ming, because I ain't gonna lie. Since I've had this Tupac picture of him in a bikini, it has enriched my show. I ain't gonna lie. It makes me think about myself mainly, and what the fuck was I listening to back in the days? You know. Thank you for this picture, man. We call that forget it.
With a rifle.
Prior to the shooting, officials say Perry was displaying concerning behavior after a messy divorce. In an interview post-shooting, Perry's ex-wife told officials she believed he was bipolar and schizophrenic. She also noted he had multiple guns. In an interview with detectives, just days before the shooting on March 30th, a civil bench warrant was issued for Perry.
Let's get to action.
Officer down, officer down!
All right, let's get to the action. Let's see what happens.
The Barron County DA's report states that Breidenbach called out commands to Perry after she pulled him over. Nearly immediately, he grabbed an AR-15 and began firing.
He's got a rifle. He's got a rifle. Shots fired! Shots fired! Officer down! Officer down! Officer down!
Shield can be heard putting out a shots fired call before his body camera video shows him falling to the ground. After this, a call for backup comes out across radio traffic.
Wow, dude walks past him and kills him.
Officer down! Officer down! Officer down! A rifle. He's got a rifle. Shots fired! Officer down! Officer down! Officer down!
A 911 call also comes in from a witness nearby.
Barron County 911, where is your emergency?
Hi, I'm actually just sitting here. I ended up pulling over because I saw a dog in the middle of the road, and then all of a sudden I see an officer down and a gentleman on the ground. Looks like he's bleeding on his leg and a rifle on the ground as well.
Quickly, a call goes out for emergency responders.
Barron County Sheriff's Department paging Mayo Clinic ambulance. You requested Highway 8 SS for an officer involved shooting. Time is 15:39. 10-4, we copy. We have EMS page. We'll be sending a chopper.
Both officers are down. He's set up with a rifle.
Some of the first officers to arrive worked to secure the scene, calling for onlookers to leave immediately.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Go.
Video then shows officers arriving to the scene of the shooting.
Requesting all detectives, please. Requesting all detectives. 10-4.
Ready? Okay. We're approaching. Yeah, we see it. All right, it's on his left.
All right, I got move the gun. I got lethal. Yep, I got lethal. Cover me, I got guns.
Radio chatter notes the suspect may be wounded.
I believe the subject is down. There's 3 subjects down.
Officers on the scene confirm that.
331 Barron, I do not have eyes on the subject at this time.
10-4.
I believe the subject is down. There's 3 subjects down. Jess. Is he down?
331, I'm at 8-0.
He's down.
At the same time, officers distance Perry's weapon from him and call for more first responders.
Get this rifle. Yep. I got lethal. You got that? Yep. Okay, roll him. We got 2 officers down. We got 195. That guy's also shot. You guys come out. They're both in the car. Hold on. Clear. Clear. I got it. No. Back's clear.
Front's clear. Got another rifle up front.
According to the DA's report, Breidenbach fired 2 shots before Perry fatally shot her. Shield also fired his weapon, but also was shot and killed by Perry. Officials say Perry was shot in the leg. He later died at the hospital. Per the Barron County District Attorney's final report, both Breidenbach and Shield were justified in their deadly use of force. The report also states that Perry obtained all the weapons used in the shooting. Just days before the shooting on March 30th, a civil bench warrant was issued for Perry after he went months without paying child support. Just one day before the shooting, the Barron County Sheriff sent out a warning email about Perry's concerning behavior and mental health issues. The email
All right, that's enough for the rabbit hole, man. But I still got a little bit more for y'all, man, because I just have to get petty before I leave, right? And some people call it woman bashing. I call it God's work, right? The View. I know I just have a hard time stomaching this show, man, and
percentage points for Donald Trump. Why?
I'm going to show you why.
It's
I hate hatred.
on the border. The border crisis is on their doorstep.
All right, sorry.
And having it, she just keeps screeching misogyny, sexism.
These different demographics and these assumptions of where they're going to go. Latinos in Texas, a district that's 97% Latino, went 75 percentage points for Donald Trump. Why?
BMW shot, salute. Rusty Fingers, salute. Troll Smasher, salute. Lanskeezy, my brother. Everybody salute, man. We at the 3-hour mark. I got to get up out of here, man. I do have people doing things to see, right? Subscribe to my other channels called MacMean TSTV. You know what I'm saying? That we monetized over there. Yeah, we get some money around it.
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
All right. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel. Go up there. Hit that button. It's free. You know what I'm saying? Hope you enjoyed the show. I got to get low. I might be out here in the troll world under my other channel. You know what I'm saying? Shit make me want to do like this, right? That dance. You know what I'm saying? I made that up just for y'all, okay? Salute to everybody that came here. You know what I'm saying? I'll catch y'all out there.